Okay, so we are in Ed 200 and we have a guest speaker today, Jesús Huerta, who's going to be talking to you about tech stuff in the classroom. This is the entirety of the class today. This is all we're going to do, and he's going to show you some pretty cool stuff. So I'm just going to hand it over to him and let him take over. And I'll be over here monitoring chat.
Perfect. Hi, good. I was gonna say good morning, good afternoon, you guys. Hi. My name is Jesús Huerta. So a little bit about myself. I've been teaching 11 years. The last 3 years, I've been an ed tech coach. Just a little bit of my credentials. I'm a Leroy Finkel fellow for Q. That's a educational technology conference in Palm Springs. That's basically like Shark Tank for teachers. So you go in and you pitch your idea, and it's kind of like last person standing. So when you win, you become a fellow. Adjunct faculty for KCI. It's the Cross Center for Innovation. It's up near San Francisco. They have a giant like makerspace at one of their community colleges, and they really push like PD for teachers. NAF Berkeley, it's a special program that we had for a couple of summers where the students learn video game design. And for other ones like Upward Bound, that's why I had asked Upward Bound. And then you guys can ask me any questions at any time. Just a quick question for you guys or anybody that's on Zoom. What do you guys think I do as an educational technology coach? Any ideas or guesses? There's no wrong guesses.
And it's volunteer or voluntold by Mrs.
Now, because you're just walking and we can ask this person to, and I'm kidding, but
Funny and have a seat.
what do you guys think I do as a technology coach? Any ideas?
Do workshops on their 3D printing.
Okay, thank you. Somebody else?
Rena. What's a question you might have?
Well, what more
What
information
do
do you need to maybe be able to answer that question?
Everything I see here, I mean, it seems like you're experienced with 3D printers, so probably the same thing, like teaching, like the background on that.
So a lot of the stuff you see here, I made it, like we have like a little workshop. But as we continue talking, a lot of the equipment that I'm gonna talk about, we put it in teachers' hands, and it's not a special classroom. It's not like, oh, well, this is a gate classroom. No, it's a regular 5th grade classroom. We have some teachers that have low students and they have access to this, and we'll talk about why that matters. So what I do as a technology coach is that I give classes to teachers, but one of the things that I do is I teach how to do project-based learning, which my opinion is the most powerful way to teach. And so what I'll do is I'll go, the teacher will be here, but they shadow me. So I kind of do a demo lesson for them. Usually we try to get it done in 3 or 4 sessions, and it's usually 45-minute blocks, which can be difficult because some stuff might be more difficult for students to understand and so on. And so that's really my job right now. I don't grade, I don't have students, I don't have to call parents. I know there's people probably shaking their heads right now online, or some of my teacher friends can kind of hear that I'm saying that again, because they do, they talk about that, like, oh, it must be nice. It is, but I have a different kind of pressure. For this position, it's almost like we build the bridge as we're going. If you look, there's stickers on desk. That's a sticker maker right there. So when something new shows up, they're like, hey, how do we teach with this? Well, first I have to learn how to use it the right way. Then I have to go, okay, how do I use it in my teaching practices? Hi, come on in. So I want you guys to know the thing that I did. When you answered, you were right on, but I didn't say you got it. It's a little trick that if you go, okay, thank you. You don't know if you got it right. And if you right away go, oh, you got it, yeah, everybody else shuts down, nobody wants to answer. You want them to get their theories out there, their ideas, the kids. So I'm going to talk about a couple of little classroom management tricks like that. Then I have questions for you guys. What's PBL? What is the SAMR model? What's the #1 thing to get students learning? And what should we avoid in the classroom? Does anybody want to answer one of those? I'm going to come back to them over the class period, but does anybody have an idea for any of those questions or in the chat?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I think for what is the #1 thing needed to get students learning, I think we need to teach them why it matters,
Okay.
like the purpose of a lesson.
Thank you. I like that. Thank you. What was your name again?
Natalie.
Natalie. Did you have an answer also for a question? It doesn't have to be the same question.
Well, I think PBL is for project-based learning.
Yes, perfect. But what is project-based learning? That's what we're gonna answer today. Because some teachers have an idea of what it is, and then it's what it really is. And we wanna make sure we avoid some of those pitfalls, because in the future, if you're like, oh, I wanna do project-based learning, and it's not done the right way, you run into a situation where they might say, you know what, we need you to teach differently. And then you won't be able to utilize the skills that you might learn here and in the future. Anybody else have an idea for when like I said, I'll probably stop somewhere and go, hey, who wants to answer one of these questions? Anybody else have an idea here? Or wants to ask me a different question?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I have heard it project-based learning and I've heard it problem-based learning.
I think project-based learning, that's how I've always heard it, and there's a very good book. Actually, I came to a training, was it here in San Diego State? With Leo Monroy, he's in Calipat now. It's called the Buck Institute. I think it's like the Buck Institute book on project-based learning. It's very good. But I think after today, you'll have a pretty good idea. I think we can kind of bring that down and make it a little easier to understand.
So why, I'm gonna ask this question for everybody. Why is project-based learning so powerful? That's, I'm asking, why do you think? Sorry, why do you think? And then I'm gonna ask you why you think. Why do you think project-based learning is effective or powerful?
When I answer, by the way, when I answer, I'm gonna answer this question with my opinion.
Okay, go ahead, yes.
I think since it's hands-on, it stays with the students, like they're doing it, so it's more interesting for them.
Mhm.
So they
Okay,
can understand better if they're catching things
Thank you.
while they're doing it.
okay. Table 3, Maite.
I was thinking like it's new technology and it teaches like those new strategies.
Well, project-based learning doesn't always mean technology. Today it does. But you can do projects without technology. There's different ways that you can do that. So why do you think, why would there be learning that sticks? Yes.
I feel like since it's more hands-on, I feel like there will be more of a struggle, like to learn.
Why do we want struggle?
How you learn.
Tell me.
That's how you learn.
Yes, that's how you learn. Struggling is learning. Right, doing the face plants, right? Table 4. Talk to me, give me,
Or is that table 2?
That's the most.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm sorry, table 2, yes. Give me something. What do you think about project-based learning? What makes it effective?
I think that there's not as many, there is a rubric, there's not as many boundaries, I think, to look out for. So I think that they can express themselves through the project and just bring in their ideas without us like a set structure as much.
Okay, so you feel like they have more freedom? Yes, yes.
To add to her, like right now that she said, it makes them like bring in their ideas. Have like kind of how we discussed in our hours, like the funds of knowledge, it asks them to use it.
Right, so we're tapping into stuff they know, right? Where they can make those connections. We know how important that is. Okay, yours?
So by the way, you have a great class. You guys all had a great answer. I wanted to say, oh my God, that's such a good answer, but I was like, no, let me use my little technique. So the reason that I believe, and I've read research on it, that I think project-based learning works the best is my answer to this one. So you notice I put learning and I put working. We can have students work and they don't learn. They fill out a worksheet, but they did work. But what did they actually learn? For me, the number one thing is student engagement. And that starts with your rapport, how you carry yourself and talk to students. I'm very friendly and I get along with my students, but I have a wall between us. It's a wall of respect. I'm the teacher, not your buddy. They call me bruh. Oh, what's up, my boy? I pull them aside and I go, look, I'm not your boy. I'm your teacher. We're not at the same level. And I'll tell that to students. And I tell them, look, I'm not trying to sound disrespectful, but you're not at my level. And there's nothing wrong with that because they haven't gone through what I have. They don't have my level of education. If they were my peer, yeah, we can talk like that, but they need to get there. And I want them to understand that because that's a way for me to sneak in them understanding what is respect. How does that work? But the number 2 thing, and it kind of goes hand in hand with that, is engagement. if they're paying attention, you got them. You can teach them anything. You can teach them to bake if you make it interesting. You may say, no, the boys are not gonna wanna bake. My son's one of the best cooks I've ever met. And he's making video game friends. But that's like his other passion. And how did it start? We got him engaged at home. So for me, the number one thing about project-based learning is it's the most effective. And it doesn't have to be tech-based. It could just be an art lesson. But if you go in, and this is, I'm not gonna take credit for it. I'm gonna give the credit to John Ripple. It's a mentor of mine. He has a good series of books called EDU Protocols. So he told me, he's like, I'm gonna tell you, he goes, something that he figured out. He's like, if you're bored teaching it, they're gonna be bored learning it. But if you're hip to it, he goes, they're gonna love it. So if you're like, man, this lesson, I can't wait to teach it, then they can't wait to learn it. But if you're like, I gotta teach this, your kids are gonna be 3 times as bored as you. So that's my answer.
What about reaching the standards? I wanna make sure the Zoom hears me. What about teaching the standards?
Why don't we start looking at some of the equipment? And I'm gonna talk about that. Because that's where I'm gonna talk about how do you do this effectively? Where your site's gonna be like, can you train other teachers? And then maybe you become a coach. Because if you do this the wrong way, they're gonna go, we don't want this. Because you're gonna have people that need to see it very explicit. And then you're gonna have some teachers that go, I see it. Some are gonna have to see every little thing, but when you say the project and give it like a 2-sentence explanation, then go, that's a great idea. And they're gonna know the students are engaged and they're gonna learn. But some of the stuff that we're gonna look at today is 3D printing, laser cutting, drones, robotics. There's one called Bloxels. You make a video game. And I'm gonna run that little sphero robot around. And some other stuff that's probably not listed. Okay. So, who has experience with 3D printing? Raise your hand. Okay. If you look at your tables, there's several items that are 3D printed. This is 3D printed, by the way. This is not ink. So I think pretty much every table should have one of these. If not, let me know and I'll take one of these by. This is 3D printed. This is a 2-color 3D print. If you have this little square, you're like, this is kind of ugly. That's not the point. Do this. Put it in the light. Actually, let me turn on both lights. I think that might make it better. Or shine your flashlight on it and watch the image is revealed. That one is laser cut. We'll talk about that one later, but you can definitely look at that.
All of them.
Backwards.
These silhouettes are 3D printed also. This little guy is 3D printed. This mask that fits is 3D printed. This is 3D printed, but I painted it and I'll talk about that. So we have a 3D printer over here. What's your name?
Carla.
Did you go to class?
Yes.
Did you have Mrs. or Mr. Huerta?
That's what I was thinking. I didn't have one, but like I was like,
You saw that guy? That's my
Yeah.
brother. He's not that. Okay, so Carter,
yes.
can you lift from right here? It's magnetic. You're not gonna break it. Give it to her. Okay. Now hold it from both ends. And then bend it.
Oh.
Bend it in and bend it up. And then do it again. Now turn it, rotate it in your hands and do it again. Okay. And then just pull on. Pull it off of it. Yeah, you're not gonna break it. But you might. It's okay. Just pull it. Okay. How you didn't break it. Okay. So this is something I designed. It's a little bookmark. That's for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you have your first experience with 3D printing. This is the Bamboo Lab A1. It's the easiest 3D printer to use because it just goes. Older 3D printers, you would have to manually adjust things. It could take you 30-40 minutes just to get one print ready to start. This one, it just goes. 3 times faster than other printers from like 4 or 5 years ago. It can do 4 colors at the same time, and if you know what you're doing, you can do 16 colors. Let's do a quick round different tables. How much do you think this costs? Somebody here. Right, how much do you think it costs?
I feel like it's really expensive.
Give me a price. And I'll teach you guys, I'm gonna show you guys how to get that in your classroom, even though it's expensive. 8,000, somebody here. Right. She said 8,000. 120,000? Okay, somebody here? 5,000. 5,000, somebody here? 3,000, you can guess if you want.
Like about.
1,000? Somebody already has everybody.
30,000.
3,000.
No, 30,000.
30,000. Okay, it costs 5.
500.
This is $500. If I take this product, it's about $340. That's it. My first printer I got 10 years ago donated was $3,000, and that thing took, if I wanted to print that spaceman, I kid you not, that's a 48-hour print. Like 2 days, it would be running nonstop, and usually what happens is it would fall off. Because the technology 10 years ago is nothing compared to what we have now.
So I have a question.
Yes.
It's midstream. It's not about what you're doing. It's about making sure that you are being tracked by the camera.
Oh, nice.
You're sharing your screen, right?
Yes.
Can you unshare for a moment?
Yep.
Okay. Why is this?
Let me stop sharing.
Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. So let me change the view because I want to make sure everybody can see. Right? Do I do
No.
speaker?
Did your brother used to teach at Barbara Work?
That's Southwest.
Well, not because I had a math teacher, Mr. Huerta.
That's me. I was a teacher, yes. What's your name?
No.
Just Southwest, but.
What period? What grade were you in when I had 7th grade?
This is-
Because I had 7th and 8th. Yeah, I had 7th grade in the morning, and then after lunch was the bad kids. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, and also fun fact, I graduated with his brother.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
He's not as good as me, but
Yeah.
I like to mess with him.
Yeah, I thought you were him.
Wait, did you go to Southwest also?
No,
Yeah, okay, so
Okay.
that, and I had mentioned to her, I wonder if any of my old students will be here, like from El Centro or Brown. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here. What grade are you hoping to teach?
I think like first grade.
First grade? So that's a good little segue, not segue, but little, let's talk a little bit to the side. How many think that you can't do this in first grade or second grade? Like any of this stuff? Do you think there's nothing for you? So can you hold up that green thing for me? So that's laser cut. A laser cutter can cut the width of a human hair. Okay, so I engraved that and cut it. Okay, cool. What grade do you think is the lowest we can go to teach them to actually run the machine? Not just design this, but like you go run the machine, start it for me and everything. I heard 5th,
Third grade.
3rd.
Fifth.
In Calexico, Calexico? Went to elementary here. Who had Mr. Gomez? Anybody ever have Mr. Gomez as Cesar Chavez? Does anybody know who that is? He's a 2nd grade teacher. His students run that laser cutter. The robot I'm gonna show you, it has a little cousin that's perfect for TK all the way to 2nd. But I introduced it to high school students that have no experience with coding or programming. So with 3D printing, really, you can do anything with it. You can do art, you can do engineering. I'm an assistant coach for robotics. We use it a lot there. Design and so on. Right now, you guys have your devices with you, right? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and I want you to go to this website real quick. It's called Tinkercad. Right there, Tinkercad.
Doesn't matter if it's a phone.
Doesn't matter if it's a phone. It's better if it's your laptop or like a bigger tablet. Yeah. But the phone, it might be a little small. If you don't have a device with you for whatever reason, that's fine. Let me show you how to create your account an easier way than if you create your own password. And we're gonna very quickly make something. It'll be super quick. But then I'm gonna ask you a question afterwards, and that's where we start putting our teacher hat. So when you get here, just click login. Even if you've never made an account, I'm gonna ask you to click login, okay? And right here, you're gonna pick personal accounts. I'm pretty sure all of you have a Google account that you use. So just tap on Google. Pick your account or log in with your account. It's probably gonna ask you your birthday. And what you're gonna see today, this is what our students use all the way down to 2nd grade. But I have a 1st grade teacher that is interested. Okay, so go ahead, click login, click personal account, Click Google, log in with Google. And if you're already on this screen, it might even give you like a tutorial, just exit it. But then click that blue create button and then tap 3D design. If you use the sign up method instead of logging in with your Google account, you have to like create the password on your own, so you run the risk of forgetting it. I think they have to send you like a temporary code and some other stuff.
Google remembers everything.
Yeah. And then once you hear it, I want you to hit that blue button. By the way, I can have you guys look at the screens real quick. This is a free piece of software from Autodesk. Autodesk makes industry level design software for giant 3D printers. There's 3D printers as big as this one. There's actually 3D printers that print with concrete and you can print a house in 2 days. Like, here's your key, electricity, you're ready to live there, and it's only gonna get faster. So when we have a natural disaster, we can 3D print a home, and guess what? The material for a 2-bedroom house would be about $20,000 versus $150,000 with lumber and all that. But here, you get to 3D design for free, but see where it says circuits? On your desk, you have these little microcontrollers. Like with these, we can build our own drones. We can use this to measure data, science, things like that.
Wait.
Guess what? They're called microbits.
Okay.
There's other types, and we'll talk about these later on. But I can go here virtually for free. And then guess what? I can learn coding at the bottom and 3D design at the same time. So I have code blocks. How many of you ever done block coding, like with spheros or something else? Where you kind of snap them together like Legos and you make something animate. Well, you snap them together here, you can 3D design. So it's a little more advanced, but go ahead and click 3D design. And you're gonna notice there's these 3 on top. We're gonna ignore these 3 like grayed out ones. Let's click or tap on this cube once. And you're gonna see I'm holding it. I want you to place it here. And then use this white square here to stretch it out. Like if I click and drag, I can stretch it out. Go ahead and make it look like a rectangle, right? And I'll show that again if you need me to show you.
Is everybody on the page? Who's not on the page? Okay, so we got 1, 2, okay.
No, disappointed. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, so we.
This is, it's loading.
Oh, yeah, it can be, only problem with this one, it can't be offline.
Oh, you have to do it when you're
Yeah.
connected to the.
Even though there's an app on the iPad, you still need an internet connection the whole time. So you're gonna notice there's a white one kind of in the center. Click on it and drag it down till it says about 5. And we're talking millimeters here. Guess what? I'm sneaking in math right now. There's math here. Because look at this. Look, I mean, you don't have to do this, but what am I talking about? Angles and rotation. Somebody earlier said we have to they want to know why they're learning this. I don't need to. When I use this, oh, we're talking about angles. When I see it on a piece of paper, what is that? But right here, they actually see what does 45 degrees mean and why is it important to know my degrees. Okay, once you have your rectangle, I want you to go down here where it says text and place it off to the side. And you should see a little menu. Now, if it's like this, click on this arrow and it opens up the menu. Anywhere you see these arrows, by the way, there's a menu.
Hiding menus, okay.
Here's what I want you to do. The name I want you to type, I want you to think of somebody you respect. Imagine you can give them this keychain. Who's that person? Okay, you can say mom, dad. Yep, we're gonna make a quick keychain. By the way, I can change the font right here. And if I change the bevel and the segments, I can make my letters a little chunkier. Look. And so then you just type the name here. I'll put my brother's name. I do respect.
Yes, me.
Huh?
For me. Good for me. You're gonna print it?
Yes.
No, YASLY. She got student of the year.
Yasli?
Yes.
And so here's what I want you to do. Slide it in right here. If it doesn't fit, use the white square to kind of like make it a little smaller. So it fits in your rectangle, or you can make the rectangle bigger. I'm not gonna print them all.
Even though it's red, they're both the same color?
Yeah, that's fine. Now, when I send it to the printer, the color here does not matter, okay? So go ahead and put that there. And then scroll down a little bit and grab this one that says tube and just place it where you would like the hoop to be at.
Oh my gosh.
And you have a keychain. Perfect. There's more to using this software, but just for right now, we're just gonna quickly make it. Because you're more like adult learners than children. I know you guys can follow instructions a lot better, so it's a lot easier right now. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes to make this, okay?
I moved my rectangle.
You moved your rectangle?
That's okay. You don't have to wait on that. So let's just do this. Just grab this one. Now, if it doesn't fit.
Vanessa, did you get in?
Go watch
Still
some
trying,
shit.
yeah. I hear, my computer's not even.
You see how sometimes you like stretch it out, it looks.
It could be. But my computer wouldn't
You
even
hold
turn
it
on.
and you make it bigger, let's stay uniform.
Have a seat.
I don't want everybody gonna have to take extra steps, but also you're VIP because your mouth.
Oh, more questions, okay.
Watch the black one, grab the black one. The black one now only allows one direction. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's very possible.
I know.
Just so you can slide it.
Okay. And I wanted it on Zoom as well.
So I wanna show you.
I know, no, I knew
I want to make it
people
small.
would be like, Zoom? Oh,
Yeah.
I can do business leisure. No.
It's just like over, like I can undo the lock.
Always better in
Hold
person.
shift. And now make it small. Watch. It'll keep the uniform shape. So I'm just gonna add one more little trick. If you guys can look up here very quickly, let's say I wanna make this bigger. See how I stretched it out? It looks funny? If I hold shift, this is what happens. Watch, I'm gonna show you with this sphere. I wanna make the sphere bigger. Oh, well, now it's like an egg. If I hold shift on my keyboard,
It stays proportionate.
yes, I keep that uniform as I go, and there you go.
Does it matter where on this white space where the triangle is? I mean, where the rectangle is, or your shape stays? Does it matter?
No,
You can have it anywhere.
just from here, I'm gonna pull it and let me just make sure I can send it to
Sign
the
in.
print.
Okay,
I'm gonna. You put personal account and then sign it.
You know,
yeah, use your Google.
just gonna take this.
Tinkercad.com, right?
And surprise, I'm gonna ask some people, who did you make it for and why? But then I have an actual teacher question, so don't worry. Who needs more time to finish theirs? Let's say like 2 or 3 more minutes.
His brother.
I had him.
Oh my gosh. Mr. Huerta,
Yes.
we've got a former student here.
Wait, I know
He
you.
just came in.
I had Mrs. Ray and we would go over.
Oh my God, yes. I can tell just from how you're already gonna laugh. I remember you. How have you been? What grade do you want to teach?
Like first or second.
I wasn't mean to you guys, right? Alright. No, no.
I had him for math when I was in 7th
No. I also don't think it's.
Did you have any of these students when we worked together? No.
No, I actually saw an older, I think that was from 21.
You could create a personal.
It's been a while.
But this is an old student.
Personal.
Well,
Yes.
to one of my math students my first year.
Oh my God.
By the way, they sent me the picture and I didn't, that was my first time teaching. There you go. And then she was on the robotics team.
So amazing and not surprising. No, because you're very smart.
I keep changing my name. So we don't have to change.
Yes. No, you can play around with the colors. So you can change the colors of objects and you use that when you have a lot of parts to track how many different parts you have. But when I print it, I have to tell it which colors, which I'm gonna have to use my hotspot.
So what is the average time it takes to print an object?
It really depends on how big it is, how tall it is. I can show them right now just so they can see.
Oh. I know.
I was thinking like camping. In La Burro.
It's not teacher. Is it not doing it?
I might loosen it.
So does anybody here in class, while you're doing this, I'm gonna ask you something. Do you remember any projects from school that you really enjoyed doing? Can anybody tell me a project? Tell me one.
It's funny, it's like when I was in elementary, they would have us make like little animal habitats in a shoebox. I love that.
Yeah, so what were you learning with that?
Just
Think like
about like
teacher.
What
What subject?
I don't know. It was elementary, I think.
Science,
Uh-huh.
right? So habitats, you were learning about animals, you were talking about the environment,
Yeah, I would say
right?
everything
How they
about
live.
that.
Yeah, very science. And did you do any like vocabulary with it?
Maybe.
Yeah, so that was a project that was teaching multiple things, right?
Yeah.
Anybody else have a project that they remember? Yes.
I like my solar system project. That was one of my favorites that I did.
What did you love about it?
Just how like creative we gotta be. Like what I like to paint, so like just the painting of like the different planets and like I don't know. I just enjoy doing that one. I like to be creative with it.
Do you think that think like a teacher? So do you think that let me ask you this way. How would you incorporate art standards into it? Like think like
Probably like if they're looking at pictures of like the planets, like maybe mixing the colors to make it look like the planet. Just like art skills, like how to use a paintbrush, how to like use the paint properly. Like those are different art skills they could probably use from that.
so what about vocabulary and talking about it, discourse?
If they're presenting their project, I mean, that gives them practice with presenting, that gives them practice, and the vocabulary, like learning the different names of the shape or the planets, different terminology of like outer space. That would be a way
And what
to
subject is
incorporate
that?
Science.
Science and
English.
ELA, yes, and art. What about math? Because those are spheres,
Spheres.
right? So we've got some geometry in there too. All done? Ready?
I'm gonna see if I can send it in a bit, because I think I can't get it online here, but I'm gonna try something. new.
Okay, okay, all right.
So who wants to share who they made one for?
My dad.
Your dad? Why your dad? Why is he special?
He's hardworking.
Okay. Pick somebody else, please. Anybody could be right next to you,
My table.
wearing a flannel.
I chose my mom
Why?
because she always motivate me to keep going in being in school.
Please. Pick somebody from table 3, please.
Volunteer or volunteer people?
Jose. Okay, Jose, you have been chosen. Good. Who did you pick?
Mi mamá.
Why?
Bueno, primero que nada porque vive en Mexicali,
No viene para acá.
sí,
Okay. So, but you're away from her a lot.
ajá,
Okay.
puse mi mamá primero, luego porque ya va a ser Día de las Madres.
Okay. Smart. Okay, and then you can pick one more person from these tables, even Kurt, do you wanna pick this one?
So I'm also picking my mom because I'm also smart y ya mero hace Día de las Madres también. Pero sí viene siendo una de las personas que más respeto. So she's absolutely the person I respect the most and I admire the most. So my mom, Alicia.
So. The screen should be.
Oh, yeah, you need to share your screen again. We were trying to put the camera on you. That's why.
Yeah, my grandpa.
There it is.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't want you guys to see.
All right, you guys.
Okay, so this is what the project looks like. This is what the kids see. So you come in with me, okay, guys, this is what we're gonna do today. And one of the things that you wanna do, and you might say, yeah, I don't know if I can do that year one. Maybe, maybe not, is you wanna put the learning in their hands. A lot of open-ended questions will go very far for you. So, for example, hey, who do you wanna make this keychain for? So, if you have plenty of visuals, you'll talk less. And trust me, you wanna follow the 7-minute rule. What's the 7-minute rule? Who knows it? You never wanna talk more than 7 minutes straight with students. 7 minutes and you have them do something, whether it's they talk for a minute, they do something, answer questions, discussion, but you can't lecture more than 7 minutes. You gotta give them something else to do. Especially through high school. After that, they hopefully you guys have a longer attention span. So today you're gonna be making your own 3D printed keychain, but there's a catch. It'll be for somebody you respect. It can't be for anybody famous, because by the way, when you do projects like this, guess what? You're probably gonna step out of your comfort zone. It's something new, it's something different. You're gonna make mistakes. We still do it all the time. I do it all the time and I learn from it. That's it. So don't worry. I forgot to put that. So then a kid made one for, I could think of like Taylor Swift. And I'm like, oh, I didn't say don't do that. You'll present and explain why you chose a person. And then the catch is you don't tell them. When I give it to you, you come up and talk like right now you guys did. It's a longer presentation than just a couple questions. But then we want them to take their iPad home or their device and record them giving it to the person. So we want to capture that. And we have videos of parents crying for good reasons, not bad reasons.
So I want to point out too, this is,
We snuck that in.
yes, you're not labeling it, but it is social and emotional learning, right? You're doing it even though you don't label it.
And look at the first thing that they read. Now, you're gonna learn math, they will. You're gonna do some writing for me, I haven't told them that. If you tell them, oh, we're gonna learn, science today with this thing. They go like this, like, oh my, you go, do you guys know how to use this? What is this? Like you ask a dumb question, you act like you don't know anything. Kids are amazed that, how do you have your job? You just have it done. And so you tell them like, well, where you can measure like the temperature? You're gonna figure that out? Okay. But see, I'm gonna sneak in science, I'm gonna sneak in computer science, high level computer science with that. I got them already, because that's a dumb question. The best thing you can do is act like you don't know anything with these kids. Okay. And I'll tell the kids, you know what, since I'm visiting, I'll tell them, let's skip the writing now. I always talk to the teacher about it. I'll ask the teacher, oh, are you okay if you do the writing during ELA time? The kids are like, please, please, please. And sometimes I tell the kids when I had my class, okay, you guys are doing this keychain. Do you want to write first or you want to design first? Some will say they want to write first. Some will say they want to design first. Whatever they want to do. Guess what? Boom, I got supports for you right here. I have it in English and Spanish. I have sentence starters. I have frameworks there for them. So some students don't need this. Those are your high level students. They're going to finish right away and be already designing. Go for it. You're going to have some that want to design first and then do the writing. Let them. Or somebody say, it's going to take me a long time to write. I need help from you, teacher. Okay, work on this at home. Oh, wait, I can work on my keychain at home? Yes. I never gave homework. I know that might sound controversial, but can I explain why? Can somebody guess why I didn't give homework, first of all? What's a good reason I wouldn't want to give homework? Especially here in the Valley. How many parents speak English? How many are educated past 6th grade? How many passed high school? And we're giving them 5 hours of high school homework. I'm not saying they shouldn't have anything to do at home. But it needs to be something they can do, where mom and dad come home, they're dead tired sometimes. We gotta think about that. Do they speak English? Do they, graduate at all? And I'm not saying it in a bad way. Yes, I wish every parent could do that. So what I would do is tell the kids, okay, your project is due this day. Your homework is your project. And one of your best allies is the kids hating on each other. They're gonna go, well, how comes theirs look better? And I'll ask, oh, which one? How much time did you put at home? Oh, every day I worked on it for an hour. How much time did you put in? Sorry, I'm not trying to pick. Well, it's because I have soccer for 5 hours. Like I always give the kids art. They swear they don't have time. They have time. I would tell them, your project's gonna shine. You'll get a good grade with me, but don't be jealous that she got like an A+++. And I was like, oh my God, bragging about it. Oh, can I take it to, when it's a grade, oh, can I take it to other teachers to show? And I do. Guess what? All the other ones are like, you're pretty good. It's like, well, how much time did you put in? Not enough time. So then we go here. Guess what? I leave this with the teacher. Here's a tutorial that I made for you. You don't have to do all this. But if you're a technology coach, you do have to do something. But as a teacher, if you do this kind of stuff, your kids are blown away. I have the best teacher. They learn what dimensions are. A soft skill. Soft skills like how do I, use keyboard shortcuts to undo, copy and paste. When I tell them what are dimensions, we talk about X and Y. When you do this, go X, go side to side, left to right, go X, everybody go X. Everybody go X.
X.
Go Y.
Y.
Where have you seen that?
Slope.
Slope. Where else? Think of elementary.
Geometry. Oh.
Oh yeah, no, geometry. Graphing. And the kids are gonna go, oh, that's why you go X and then Y. I hear it all the time. And they go, so what's Z? I go, what's missing? So we talk about what is 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional. And the difference is 2-dimensional, those words are 2-dimensional. I can't grab them, I tell them. But the sign is 3-dimensional. It has to have Z, thickness, height. And then guess what? Here's some tips on how to present. And here's the extra credit. Make mom and dad cry, or whoever it is.
Make them cry.
So here's what I want you to do. At your tables, take like 2 minutes, discuss. What did you think of this project, what you did right now? And I'm gonna ask you to share what you guys discuss. Oh,
And I would like to know, like, what is something you can imagine doing in your classroom, right? What is an idea you have beyond keychains, behind little statuettes? Something you could use, like one of the things I'm thinking, gosh, I could make Legos, right? How fun, right?
so just to add to that, how many of you know people that collect Legos?
Oh, yeah.
So you already know that if they go to eBay, like if they buy a special set, there might be one part that's only in that set, and they go to eBay and it costs like $50. Guess what? They can 3D print it.
You could make it, yes,
You can make it.
it makes me happy.
So I like that thought. Should also discuss that. If you can make your own project, what would it be? And you have to have it all fleshed out. Just give me a 1-sentence idea. What if they make this and that's it? Okay, go. You guys got 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're doing like hands-on or like I don't think anybody ever does, so I think that's cool.
How you use like graphics in a website why right? So we built like I remember I looked like my house. Well, I couldn't get it like that. To build that house.
It shows.
Like, you wanna do this, do you do that, like, oh, you are learning something and you're actually thinking about. Yeah.
This is what I would wanna do. I would put because I can't.
You can very easily build a character that's, here's the head, that's not blow their mind. And there's something that they're not gonna create. And I'm gonna use 2 volunteers.
Okay, cool.
I designed the two, having the table together, so you actually have like something like this. Like.
I was working with something. Maybe they can bring to the classroom, like, like the virtual word. Yeah, like, this is.
Okay, so how about you?
Yeah.
All holidays, right?
Yeah, for every holiday they can use it.
Right.
We also talk, yeah, Chris, oh yeah, that would be really great.
And have yours. And I would be English.
And then you guys can do a lot more.
Yeah, different.
Got a minute left? You'll hear my timer go off. So this is something you can print with special ink and image, and then you put it on a heat press, and you can make a public t-shirt. Yes, you can have that. I brought some stuff. I'm gonna leave some stuff for you guys to take, just so you guys remember. Okay, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I guess you.
All their stuff.
Oh, the money.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
That would be so.
They're just camera. Yeah.
That's what they learned, don't they want to stand? And.
Well, they might.
I think help.
Maybe one of these.
Okay, you guys 10 more seconds.
Like the team that we had, they had like the team.
That's
name.
bad.
So these are like kind of just decoration. It's just like a little platform. I think it might be a coaster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you want to hear from first?
Well, they had some really fabulous ones, right?
Okay.
So in 2nd grade, they learned how to count money with just the printing of a coin and a bill, but like on the paper, and they have to tell which one is which. So we could print their own class currency, and like the 25 cents, 10 cents, 5, and that way they can tell apart physically.
Perfect, because these, I made these are my own, I use AI for the images. And I would do the same thing, I would print currency from my classroom. Now I had 5th grade, but what I would do is I would have them in little pods like this, and I would 3D print a piggy bank. And oh, everybody's here today, you guys get a coin for each person, plus 3 extra coins for perfect attendance. Oh, this one, sorry, you only get 3 coins on person's absent. Guess what would happen?
Oh, guess who'd
You
show
show
up?
up the next day, "Oh, you're here." Now, I would let them buy time on the 3D printer, they could take home my robots, little things like that. But I make sure, and this is where, okay, let me spend some time thinking about it, it's like, I created a system where, okay, they're not gonna have enough money right away for everybody. So they learn how to talk to each other and go, you know what? Do you mind if I spend more later, but you go first? You're gonna take home more robots, 20 points, but I wanna print for 2 hours, that's 40. Why don't you go first and then we'll save up for this? So they learn how to work as a little tiny community. But I like that one, that's a good one, especially for the little ones. Can you pick somebody from that table to share their idea?
Okay, voluntold people. Come. Be brave. Maite, I'm calling on you again.
manipulative stickers
Okay,
Like the little
manipulatives.
for students,
For what grade are you thinking?
first grade, second.
So those fine motor skills, you can, if you figure something out on your own, like if I can create something where they hold their pencils differently, you can design something that goes on the pencil. So you're teaching them how to hold it the right way, or scissors the right way, anything like that. Not like that, because how many of you have ever seen a student that's in like 3rd or 4th grade and they don't know how to hold scissors or a pencil? You'd be surprised, there's quite a few out there. There's quite a few that don't know their left or right. And I teach that using these little robots that you put it on a color pad and it goes and it'll turn left, it'll spin around. But I tell the kids, did it go left or right? And I tell them, wait, did you say left or right? And then I go right and they go, no, the other way. Oh, then you gotta tell me left. I tell the teachers, how hard is it for you to teach left, right? They're like, I still have time to be explicit about it. They're like, but if I teach them with these robots, I tell them in a week they know their left and right. Perfect, thank you for your response. Can you pick somebody from here? Anybody, if you don't know who they are, you can say what they're wearing. I can go like this, like that,
Yeah.
that, goose,
Yeah.
right here. Okay, go ahead.
You. Yes.
Oh, I feel like I don't have a good idea.
Well, guess what though? Let's see, we're your colleagues. So you're gonna say your idea and we might say, hey, what if you do this? You guys, let me tell you something. Not every idea you have is gonna be great, but every idea is probably gonna have potential. And if you say something to someone, they go, have you thought about this? Don't go, my idea, no, that's great, I'm gonna steal that. That's what we do as teachers, we steal things. So go ahead.
Yes, we do.
I feel like I really like history. And I remember that in one of my classes, I had made like my own flag. So I was like, I was thinking that they could design their own flag
Oh, yeah.
for like their own country, as part of a history lesson.
That's perfect, because the flag, everything means something, right? The stars, the 50 states, what is the striping
It's
meaning?
meaningful, yeah, that's fabulous.
Don't be shy, that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Now pick somebody over here, please.
This one,
Hmm?
I'll do the Dr. Zhou.
Okay, so we are talking about comparing my work and what's your name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth's work, right? So I designed a very thin keychain and Elizabeth designed a very thick one. So we're talking about if we are going to have the kids, actually 3D print our work. So we will want them to compare, so what's the outcome of our product, right? So how much material does it actually cost for printing mine and hers? So some of these comparison and student can visually see the outcome and they can adjust their working product the next time they actually design this kind of project, right? That's something that they can reflect on their practices and then do it over the next time.
Because that's like building a business sense too, right? Taking into account cost.
So, and I'm gonna give you an idea of what to do. Like if you were doing that project, don't give them any information and go, what do you need to know? Let them figure it out. Because if they were starting a business, they would have to figure it out on their own anyways. What they would need to know though is, well, what does the machine cost? Are we factoring that in? That could be a question. How much is the roll? Depends. Because if I use that's the most common material. I was mentioning to Ms. Bodus, that only costs about $12 a roll if I buy about 4 or 5 rolls. Now in robotics, we use one called carbon fiber. The same roll costs $45 for half the amount. If I buy a full roll, it's $90. But carbon fiber, I could print something like this, solid, and I wouldn't be able to break it. It's almost as hard as metal. So we use it for tough parts on our robotics, the robot that we built for robotics. That was a great idea. I love that idea. I love it. Did we hear from that?
No, I don't think we did.
You get to.
Dr. Zhou.
Oh, okay. Who is avoiding my? I will take you in purple. Yeah.
So I said that we could use it for geometry, especially when they're learning the shapes and like the sides of the shape or the perimeter in the area. Because it would be cool if they had like their actual shape to learn like the width and the height. Like you can tell them like which ones are the sides and which ones are like the vertices.
So I'm gonna show you guys for math. I'm pretty sure oh no, where's my lunch bag? And I do have something for everybody. Please don't tell me I forgot. Oh no, I didn't. Wait, did I? Well, I have these little bookmarks for you guys. These are 2-color, by the way. The little cap. So I'll make sure to give you one of those. I forgot it, I think. Did I? Let me look back here. I'm gonna be so mad at myself if I forgot this one. And I'm not kidding, tiny little thing. I think I forgot.
What is it? Can you tell us what it is?
It is a tiny version of. No, I left it in the office. So I mean, I have this little octopus, and I was gonna show you. I have one that is, because you can get a smaller nozzle for those printers. It's probably,
Thank you so much.
no problem. Like it's smaller than the bead that I have on my bracelet. So it would be the same little octopus, but like that big.
Wow.
And you can see the details, because you can see the eyes, the eyebrow, and his little like tentacle. But I forgot it, so there's no point in show it. But I would,
Put it on the camera so that.
yeah, let me show you the octopus at least. So they can see it.
Yeah, okay.
But what I would do with mine, one project that I did in my class is how do I teach how to figure out scale? So I would print, say 3 octopus. Okay, big one, medium, and a small. And I would say, okay, the first one's 100%. What's the scale of the other 2? Figure it out. And they're like, how? I don't know. Then I don't remember anything. And each day would be different. First, I start with nice numbers that work. Like this is 100, this was 50, this was 25. All right, cool. The next day they're like, I'm getting a weird number. What is it? Like 33.7. Yep, that's the answer. Because they need to understand it's not always going to be nice numbers. Then the last day that we do this, I put them and I go, which one's 100%? Is there a way to figure out which of these 3 is 100%? Because I don't know. I do know, but I don't want to act like I know. And so I just put it out there. Here's what I need. You guys tell me. And the first day, I don't even want the answer. I told them. So later on, I told them, I want to know your strategy. How did you guys come up with this? What did you need to know? What questions do you have? Okay, it was hard. None of that is the number. But you're going to have students that go, oh, it's 85%. Cool, how'd you do it? I don't know how to explain that. That's the most important. Because you can give me the number, but if you can't tell me how, what does it matter? Good. So I want to do something for you guys. How hard was it to design something right now? Pretty easy? Yeah. So here's what I want you. I need 2 volunteers that are willing to shake hands right in front of you, and I'm going to take a picture of you. Okay, got 2 right here. Okay, go ahead and stand right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
We stay here or?
No, you can go ahead and sit down. So I'm gonna send that photo over to my laptop. So you can see right now, it should airdrop it in a second. How many of you use AI at all? Okay, you need to start using it, guys. So here's what I'm gonna do. That photo, oh, great. I have to open it and take a screenshot. Apple has their own like file for pictures and it never works 100%. So what I'm gonna do is grab them. I'm gonna remove the background for free. Hopefully it just isolates YouTube by yourselves. If it does, I'm gonna be super happy. Okay, goodbye everybody in the back. For free, by the way, that's a free website. And it's gonna be called, oh wait, that's not the right picture. here, so. I think I downloaded it today. Because it'll get confused with everything in the background. Okay, there it is.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna make basically, if you look at the little coins, kind of like your keychain, like it's popping out. I'm gonna take that image and turn it into kind of like a coin. Is that called like a relief? Would you call it like a relief? Yeah, or something that's embossed.
Yes.
So instantly, like in 2 minutes, it'll do that for me.
Now, where? On this thing?
I'll take that, download it, and then I can send it to print already.
Okay, so I have a request.
Okay?
If you could like put the website that you use to remove the background in the
Sure.
chat.
Yeah.
And also it went kind of fast and I'm like, I don't know how you did that in our chat, in the Zoom chat.
So what I did is I took a picture.
And you sent it to your laptop.
All I need is a photo. And I put in this website called meshy.ai.
Oh yeah, so we want that too.
This one is, I think, $10 a month, and you can generate, I think it's like about 50 models.
How many?
50. And you can upgrade, but I never use up my credits, and it has a credit system. Like I have 3,000 credits. I think it's like 15 per item that you generate.
Okay, so you can do several items in a month.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Now, is that one item design or one item printed?
Design, and then to send it to the printer is free. So I lied, I didn't actually make a relief, I made a full 3D model. Look.
Oh. No, that's so cool.
So then I go to download. I know.
Okay, so you guys, you remember the habits of mind, right? This is wonder. This is, you know, when you're like, oh, this is so cool. This is part of what engages students, right? It's the habit of mind of, you know, finding new things that make us go, ooh. This is so great.
Right here, you can see that.
Fabulous.
Hopefully that looks like your hair.
Even the back.
And then from here, the thing is from here, I can adjust how tall it is too, like how big they are.
Make us taller? Yeah.
And so if I wanted to print this, now the kids might see use a 3D printer and say, oh, for the math one, why don't we just do that? Because look right here, this software will tell me how much material I'm using, and if I can input how much my roll costs, it'll give me the exact amount.
Oh, wow.
But we're gonna forget that it does that. And let the kids figure it
The
out.
mouth out. Okay.
So this will take. Uh, 5.5 hours. So the taller something is, you're gonna take a lot more time, because when it lifts up very little when it does that. The flatter something is, the faster it is. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, a printer that's 4 or 5 years older, that uses older tech, this is gonna take about 18, 19 hours. Most people say I'm not even gonna print, but 5 hours, they're like, okay, I'll just let it print all day. And so, there you go, that's one little trick with 3D printing. Thoughts, ideas,
Question.
questions?
So
Yeah,
that website that you just showed us, will you type that into the chat too?
yeah, I could put it there.
So that we have it in the recording and so that anybody who wants to go back to that. And tell us what it is. I know the name of it, but what's it called? I mean, what is it?
So,
Thank you.
generate a model from a picture
Thank you.
or a prompt.
Okay.
And so I'll actually come back here. Text to 3D. Who has an idea for something?
Well, I like that little purse thing that, you know, the.
My sister can't, she's trying to watch that movie, The Devil Wears Prada 2. I guess there's a popcorn bucket, that's the purse. She goes, it's all sold out, can you make it? I'm like, yes. For like 3 days, she's like sending me the movie poster and gifts from like the old movie. Yeah, when are you gonna make it? I'm like, I'm getting it. She lives in Seattle.
How funny. But like the little purse chain is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. You can and then guess what? I can make it smaller, put a hoop on it, it's a keychain. But give me an animal, somebody name an animal. A hippo wearing,
A tutu.
riding a, somebody else?
Camel.
A what?
Camel.
A camel and a sombrero. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
generate that. Okay, so the one thing that we need to get students to do right now is read more and talk. Communication is so important because of AI. So on Friday, I did a session for Adobe. Adobe has an educational suite. The question is, what can we do with an image? Well, if I can't draw, what can I do? Well, do I have strong language skills? Then you can make anything. Because I generated an image of this little dragon wearing a sweater under a Letterman jacket, drinking a coffee. I don't know why I only put one shoe on him. So I took that and I made this keychain. That's one thing I can do with an image. I can take the same one and make his full 3D model. The one image. With that one image, I can make, where's that square, green square, the laser cut one? I had it earlier. No, not that one.
The laser cut?
Oh, there it is. I can do this. Or I can make a t-shirt. Or I can make a, there's a ton of stuff. I mean, it's,
I'm gonna put this in front of the.
imagine a student comes in and has special needs and physically they can't hold a pencil, a marker or something. Guess what? But they have strong communication skills. They can do this stuff.
And so you're talking about putting it in that box, right? If you can describe it, you can make it?
I can make a 3D model. But if you get it, if you, all you need is the images, oh, here you go. See how good this is. Yeah.
Oh,
And if I don't like it, I get 4 more tries, or I can just hit generate again and keep this one. Maybe I want to see what it does next. Okay. Questions, ideas, thoughts? Or do you have questions for them? Or do you have
Do
questions?
you
Yeah.
ask them to kind of like summarize at the end? I mean, or do you make them have a discussion because?
I believe that's for reflection, I think. Because it's an easy way to sneak in more writing and communications. And I usually have them stand up and say, okay, well, do you want to read it out loud or do you want to summarize it? And they have no problem talking. Because they got to do something like, oh, I made this thing. And guess what? If you go to the class and go, oh, who knows a 3D printer? You know, I have one at home, or I know my cousin has one, or I did it last year. One of these kids has heard of a bunch of this stuff. And they're gonna go, oh, we're gonna do that? And you got them.
Remember the thing we did that summer? Can you talk a little bit about that so they can see the importance of it?
So I worked with Ms. Bodus before, and we did something similar. It was about teaching different. I still wasn't out of the classroom. But what I taught that group is, can you bring something into your classroom that you're passionate about and make it be one of your teaching tools? I remember one of the students did music and math.
Remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Yeah, this is what blew their mind.
And they helped build that, right? They helped you work on that? Yeah.
It's somewhere, but it's all broken down.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta turn off your mic.
It is. I gotta turn off the audio on mine. There we go. Okay. There.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna play audio. So I'll go through it quickly. There's a student at a college that he was designing a prosthetic that's 3D printed. Because medical ones are expensive. Just the one that slips over your, where you're missing either your hand or your digits. That's $10,000 sometimes. Out of pocket with insurance. A medical prosthetic that opens and closes with the motor, I have a friend, we designed some fingers for him because it was gonna cost $125,000 and he needed both hands because he had an accident where,
Fine.
huh?
Was it
Frostbite.
frostbite?
Yes, you remember that was, okay,
Yes.
yes. So right here, I mean, he got very lucky, he got to meet Robert Downey Jr. This is a very nice prosthetic. I mean, they painted it and everything. It looks just like the Iron Man arm. But that design is online for free. You can make it today if you wanted to. It even has the blueprints, how to modify some of the motors if it needs it and so on. And the thing is, if I go to a special website and I just put, you know, prosthetic, it's not free. There you go. These are all free.
So how much did that one cost?
The one that they made for him, that one cost probably in part and plastic, because it's a little more advanced than what you see on here, at like $200. It's not a lot.
Which is not, you know,
This one,
$50,000.
you can buy the part, and they have a list of the part, but you can buy it from a nonprofit, which I like to do because it helps them keep going. It is $20 for the Velcro, the bolts. I'm sure they're charging me a little bit extra, but why not? $20 for a hand.
So what my students found meaningful in this and what I found meaningful, what my students found meaningful in this is that they were building something somebody was going to use, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
So,
because you have little knickknacks, but then this has true purpose.
yeah.
And my fifth and sixth graders, at the end of the year, they wouldn't do this. They would see it in class, we'd print extras and they'd play around with it. But then I would give them 4 people from YouTube that I found that had different special needs. One was Parkinson's, one was a lady with radial nerve damage. Her hands were permanently like this, she couldn't open them anymore. She fell out of a vehicle and she landed in a weird way, and actually both ended up the same way. There's a little girl born with the nerves and tendons were not formed properly, so this is as far as she could close her hand. And then the challenge one is, here's a child with ADHD and autism, what can you make? And the end of the year, I'm like, any team can go. I'm not gonna say it's mixed like this, or I'm picking. My 3 top students were like, we wanna do the challenge one, go for it. And what they designed was a silent fidget cube. So one side had a groove where you could rub your thumb against it, some bumps, some spikes and so on. A future teacher, a college student, saw that during a session that I gave in the summer. And in the chat, it was through Zoom, he goes, hey, can you send that to me? I could use it. And I asked him, can you share that right now, please? Because the teachers that are here are not gonna believe the impact. I ran into those students and I told them, hey, by the way, do you remember that kid that I told you about? The first time I told them about that student, they were blown away. Because something they designed, they thought, it's just gonna sit online for years, nobody's ever gonna use this, right away had an impact. And so it's very important to go from, keychains to that, but if they're in second, keep them in the little cositas, the little things. But when you get to 5th or 6th and higher, let's ask them, how do we solve this problem? And really, it's ask them, how do we solve this? Don't tell them anything, let them, do I measure it? Should you? I don't know. You weren't here, I told them, make sure that you don't know anything when you're a teacher. And so, it's something that that I love doing when I have my class. And I don't have anybody yet that I work with that's there. I have a couple of teachers that are close to being able to do this project. So. Okay. I'm gonna change directions a little bit. I'm gonna ask you to go to this one. Do a search for Bloxel's login and it should look kind of like, well.
Is it bloxels.com?
Yes.
Okay.
And just go ahead and pick a random name.
Not your own?
Yeah, so just use the web-based one, go to login. Say, play online. No, hold on, let me find it. Which one is it? Look up Bloxel student login. Try that.
Thank you.
No problem. Mine's gonna not take me to there. Oh, you're there. Okay, so you have it already here. Here's the code. Just type in the code, hit the blue arrow. And then just pick any name. If you're, I wouldn't pick the first one, maybe scroll down, pick a random one. And it's gonna ask you to make a pen, make up any pen you want. It doesn't matter right now. You could just put 1111 if you want. Go to, let's go. Go.
Oh, it's on there.
I think so.
Yeah.
I just have
Like computer.
or search up this. You got it? Yeah.
Are you sure you did this?
And also, can you give the step by step so that people watching it later will understand what to do? You do that one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to bloxels.com, right?
So you're gonna do a search for Bloxels login, and it should look.
Student log. Yeah, well, yeah.
And I'll pull up the.
Because it's not gonna let you do it, right? Yeah.
Let me log out here so I can find it.
Okay. So that's the landing page, then you hit play.
So I'm trying to find, cause I go to login.
Oh, nice. You got it?
How did you get there, Miss?
Yeah. So, you will Google
Bloxels?
also student login.
Oh, Google that, Bloxels stuff first.
How? Scroll down.
Too much?
Yeah, student.
Ah, there it is. And then you're gonna go to students guide, and then you're gonna put the code.
And that is what a teacher would use to get them in there, right? Okay, thank you, Dr. Zhou.
And then on the upper left-hand side, there's another login, that it will have a space for you to put the student code.
The code,
Yeah.
okay.
Anybody else still need this code?
That's a different
Oh,
code.
that's a
Oh,
different.
sorry, my bad. Where's the one that I did?
Does anybody remember it?
Here it
Yes?
is.
Oh, you got it, okay.
Yeah, there's.
And we have, I think, about like 400 seats, so I'll probably give you guys access for like a week or two. When a teacher asks, we just kick people off.
Oh, you do.
You guys can still use it afterwards, so.
Okay.
So this is to make your own video game. No coding needed. Then I'm gonna show you the full project.
Oh, I have,
Yes, you have a question, yes.
okay, so what if I wanted to design a game where students could learn standards? Can I do that?
You could, but you won't have to.
I won't have to?
If you design it right, the standards are built in and they don't, because if I took his, you're gonna learn standard 1.0.
No, 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 my teachers. Me as a
Yes,
college
yes,
teacher.
they can.
Hey, I'm gonna
I
explore.
can leave access for them and change the, we can, what we can do is redo this, where you send me their names and they'll see their names, so there's no confusion on which one. Because right now you did it where it generates the.
Design one later. I just wanna know if that's possible.
So here's what I want you guys to do real quick. How many of you are already who's not logged in yet?
So
Do you have the, but do you have the code? I think I saw your account. Yes. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do. You got to look up Bloxels.
it is not cooperating.
It is not letting me mix it.
Is it because you logged out?
I think it's because, you know what, maybe I do have to log out. Let me log out. Oh, here we go. So you should see something like this, right? Click on Builder. Go to Character. Click Create New Character. And here's your color palette. By the way, these colors and shades are attached to that square. I can't use two different colors from here. I have to jump somewhere else. All I want you to do is draw something. Just check this out first real quick. I'm gonna show you how to animate something like that. So I have down here 4 different things. I'm just gonna draw a stick figure. I can display it right on.
Oh.
No problem.
He's so cute.
So I'm gonna add down here a little copy for me. This previous one, all I have to do is make one change. And I'm gonna copy this one a bunch of times. So that way it slows down the animation. And then I'm gonna go to test and I'm gonna pick any level. And that's how he looks standing. Now look, he's not walking. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna grab a copy, go to my walk, I'm gonna paste it, and then I'm gonna change some of this. So it looks like he's walking. And then here we
Oh, so it's just trial and error is what you gotta do.
you show them that and they'll go crazy and just run wild with it.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is just draw a character, maybe just animate it once. The more frames you have that are different, the more detailed and smooth the animation is. Go for it. If you want to look up something to copy, you can.
Can you make the grid smaller so the squares are smaller?
That's the default and there's no way to change
Okay.
it. Which I like because it forces them to figure out like, oh, I want to do this. Gotta make the figure.
You gotta fit inside the parameters, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you can do that one.
I lost the code.
Oh, let me just play the code.
Yeah.
No, no worries. Let me get that code for you guys.
It locked me out too. Oh,
And I think I did a screenshot of it. Yeah, that's right. Oh.
You
There you go.
Builder.
thank you.
Yeah, go to Builder.
What is this?
Oh, I can get the login again.
Yeah, it
So-
locked me out when I.
But the code is up there. So watch, go to login. And then under class code, it's right there.
No, it will let you select all the students and then type in anything.
So you click on one and then go hit the blue arrow. And then you put your pin. Just put any pin right now. If it doesn't accept the pin that you typed in, that means that somebody already chose that character. You go, now go to Builder.
Oh.
So what I'm gonna do for Ms. Bodus later is get their names, and then that way, when she jumps in, oh, this is my name, let me put my own pin. So that way they don't jump into each other's and mess around, because that was an issue in the past, so they changed it with Ken. So,
Oh, you're right, never mind.
yes. Oh, that means that somebody priority grab them,
There's so much you could do with it. I'm gonna see if I can make a game to teach students standards or, different concepts, so it's gamified. I like that.
You haven't logged in at all yet. Yeah, because I didn't get your guys' name before, I should have thought.
So.
Bunny.
There you go.
What's wrong?
There you go.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Can you check the chat, please? Check the chat. I see that there's comments in there and I don't know what it is.
Just kiss you share it.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Sure.
Go to right there. To,
So you share lots of.
that's where you're gonna draw.
I can type in.
Yes, please. Yes. Want to make sure people have access.
It's cute, I like it too.
Even though it's.
If it doesn't let us log in, it's because someone else already picked it.
Oh, somebody already took that character. Okay, but there's plenty to go around, right?
It's good the squares aren't small.
Yeah.
I'm kind of auto tracking your own computer, just so you know.
No worries. Okay, so let's take about 5-7 minutes, just play around with that. If you wanna hop in and explore, go ahead. if you're like, what is this level designer part, or what does this do? What are the games that people made? You can just explore.
You're not gonna break it.
And that's what you want to get students to understand. They're gonna be, some are gonna be very timid, some are just gonna be like, what does this do? Which is great.
Like, I wanna know if you can make it jump so it gets those coins.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I would investigate with my computer.
I like your, is it a unicorn or what is it?
Dinosaur.
The little dinosaur? Okay. So you wanna use your keypad. On the iPad, it does have it on the screen, but I guess because yours is touchscreen and it's a laptop. So.
Oh, we jumped.
Do you remember which one you were using?
Yeah.
Do you remember the one that you used?
Yeah, but it says.
Oh, maybe somebody already logged into it, so. What you can do is just put down here, and I can add another secret. Just pick a random one. Which is gonna go. There you go.
So yummy. They're already playing. Yes,
And go to bed.
that's good.
Hey, pretty cool.
Use your W. So like you click the list. And then.
Oh, no, but like to change the line.
So you will copy. So
I don't know how to copy it yet.
What do you think? There
should be a copy. Papers, the second square on
I
top.
was thinking about how can I incorporate statues in my math.
There's a lot of tools, especially like the 3D printing with laser cutting, you can get super like exact.
I believe so.
And
Or maybe the same.
just totally different, because a 3D printer will build from nothing. So it can take a while, like I can make the same keychain on a laser cutter in 30 seconds because it just cuts away. Versus printing it, but then you have different looks, different materials.
Then I was thinking you guys are. Oh my god, classroom teacher.
For me, the role in my classroom, I was just a facilitator.
Why did you just?
And I really put it in their hands, like, okay, we're doing this. Sometimes I tell them, what do you guys want to learn?
The students teach their audience, right? So what are they doing? What are like I expect them to just facilitate or work with
So,
the student? Like the first thing you
As a student teacher,
no, the teacher of that.
so like when I have my classroom, like typically, like I still taught like math,
I want to write it.
the arithmetic, the algorithm and so on. But I always wanted to make sure that there was a way for them to see that. Why am I learning this? Like the angle one? And the first thing I would do is, so the kids, by the way, I'm going to teach you guys all these subjects and I would write it. See.
Yeah.
I give you guys something, they're like, is this what you were talking about? Like, yeah. Like, I trick you guys into learning. And it's really like, I think one of the, that's what I had mentioned at the beginning.
So,
Yes.
sorry, I just wanna point out that using an iPad is problematic. You can't, like, you know, how you touch on the iPad, it's not working. Should it?
It should.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is there a way to move it?
What do you do?
Does it have a keyboard?
It's just.
Oh my gosh.
So the note is
That's weird.
that,
On the iPad, oh, but you might have the app.
Oh, maybe.
so you have to have an app if you have an iPad?
It's because on the iPad without keyboards, it shows like the little buttons.
Yeah, that's.
For some reason, I don't know why it's doing it, even on the website. But,
Oh, the color.
I think the biggest thing is engaging the report. If you can talk to the kids where they're like, you know what, they see me, they understand me. And they go, hey, you wanna learn something interesting? That's it.
Right, and then you already know what the standards are, 'cause that's one of the things I focus on. Can you, tell them what this is?
Really?
And show it on your screen while you're talking, yes.
I can show them now what it is.
Yeah, I mean, show on the screen too, so that people watching. So what is that? Microbit.
Let me have them finish.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give them some time to
Yes.
do that little.
Yes. And I have a question, I put it on the screen thing back there.
Where do you copy it so we can do the walking?
The paper, and then you go to walk, and then hit them on,
Oh, the one?
right next to it.
This is.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you made a copy of it.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Like.
Hey, like your little bee, that's pretty cool.
Thank you. You add a one right here.
So you wanna see a way to animate it really easy, versus. See the little arrow? It shifts it up,
Oh, really?
and then you just go again.
I could actually like my.
Yeah, I guess hopping up and down.
So you add a lot of, like make, and then another, and now make it the same color, like the eyes, so you can make, you know.
Hey, do me a favor, go ahead and close your devices.
Close your devices, please.
Your devices very quickly for me. That's what I do with students. Like, we have iPads in K-6, K-8, some 7th graders still have them in Calexico. I was gonna put them flat, close them. Because they like to close it, but they have it standing and then they start messing with it. And it's not because I'm a control freak, I want them to learn what it takes to be able to pay attention. I'm gonna give my respect to this area over here where I'm listening. Okay, so there's a question over there. What's a game you could design to teach a math standard? And it just has to be a quick idea, like a sentence. Like, what if we do this? Any ideas?
And I'm talking about using this one. The
Yeah,
game
using
that you're talking
blocks.
about. Yeah, using this. How could you use it to make a math game? Don't be shy.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can have a set amount of coins that you have to gather on the map in the levels. And once you gather that set amount, you have to go back to where you spawned in or started on the map.
Nice.
So you grab the coins, it's teaching how many do I need to go out and get. And then, okay, I've got all the coins that I need, I've got this X amount of numbers, and you come back.
So you could do go get a quarter, get a dime, get a nickel.
It would be coins are set, so coins are set at 1, that's what the game would be. So it would go by quantities of 1, but there are, I don't know, when I was jumping around, maybe 30, 40 coins that are laid out easily. So you could say, go grab 15 coins and come back.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Or you could give them a word problem. Your monster already has 5 coins, but it needs 7 more. So go grab 7 coins and come back.
Now watch what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But maybe you're thinking, yeah, but that's maybe like TK or first, that's okay. Guess what? He's a 6th grade teacher. Guys, you're gonna design a game for 1st grade. I already talked to the 1st grade teachers, one of my buddies, and then we're gonna take the games in and you're gonna help teach math with your video game. Now you're crossing grade levels. You're teaching the kids some responsibility they probably never had. And guess what? Your principal is gonna go and cry and go, oh my God, that was amazing. Can you teach other teachers to do that? It's a great idea.
So you're talking about the 6th graders teaching the 1st graders.
I used to send my students to teach the robots to other classes and I would tell them, your grades cannot drop or I kick you off that job. And they even had little badges I 3D printed for them. They were so proud, they're like, oh, look. That was a good idea.
That is, get another one.
Somebody else?
I was thinking I mean, I'm not sure how to incorporate it, but multiplication, okay, answer this problem and then go to the next level or something and
Can you embed problems in it?
So you can put a sign that they read. You can put doors that have to be open with certain keys.
okay, so.
You can warp to other worlds. So they might have to, okay, here's the math problem. Find the answer and use that door. And they might go to the wrong area. So it's almost like a maze. And if they don't know their times tables or their division, they're gonna go to the wrong spot and never finish the game. And they might go, wow. And they might say, oh, I went to every door and I finally got it. So it means you didn't get it right the first time. What'd you do wrong? I had this misconception that, 8 times 8 was 56, but it was actually 64. I didn't think it was supposed to go that high. Guess what? They're not gonna forget after that time because they were frustrated. 8 times 8 is 64. They're gonna remember that.
I love that so much. Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna go a little fast now because I wanna give you guys some time. So this is on the tables. This is a microbit. It's a programmable microcontroller. And what I can do with that is
Sorry, I'm just typing this.
no problem.
Microbit.
And so I do want you to check this out because so I can make an alarm with a sensor that I program that when it's far enough away from that little marker, it'll activate an alarm. I can't turn it on because the audio, there was issues. Right here, I can program it and measure how loud an area is. And this is $20. Sometimes you get them for 15 if you buy a bunch of them. And the components are not expensive. About a windmill. Skip it ahead. Oh no, there it is. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, so it's a little motor, right?
What if they write a story and they have to make an animatronic that animates as they're reading the story out loud? Maybe it's a windmill, or maybe it's monkeys that swing back and forth. So I know you're probably thinking, how do you think that up right away? I have years of practice doing this. You're gonna have something that nobody else has, and if you've ever had Ascensión Reyes, is he still teaching here?
Yes, I believe so.
He's my first mentor. Great teacher, already retired. If you have a chance to take a class with him, I would. He told me something. So about 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I was your math teacher. I'm gonna be honest with you, I did very bad. They didn't like how I taught math. I don't know. I ran into a couple of your old classmates, and they're like, I love how you taught math. I don't know. They didn't like it. I thought I was gonna get sent back to my old job. I used to be a dispatcher. I had a tear in front of my principal. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to get fired. I was like, I did a bad job, like so bad. And she goes, no, we're gonna send you to 5th grade. That's where you're supposed to be. Because I'm multiple subject originally, but she wanted me to teach math because I did my student teaching at her elementary school when she was an elementary principal. But she goes, it wasn't fair to you, so we're gonna send you over there. So that first month, I'm like, man, I'm still here, but I had zero confidence. And they go, hey, we're sending new teachers to this educational technology conference. Do you want to go? I'm like, sure. Now, just quick, aside, I'm gonna be 47 actually on Friday. It's my birthday. May 1st.
My birthday.
So, I was already in my 30s. I was like, am I even cut out for this? There's so much going through my head. So I go to this conference and a lot of reading and stuff and language sessions. I'm like, okay, like robots. I want to see about robots. Physical coding. I'm like, I heard of it, but I haven't done it. And it's the same guy, him. And then 3D printing. I'm like, I heard of that. So I'll just go check it out. Best thing I ever did. Because first we did physical coding. I'm like, man, this is so cool. I made this thing move and animate. I'm like, all right. So we're halfway through 3D printer. I raise my hand and right away I'm negative. I'm like, so this is for after school, like ACES, right? Or like CTE, career technical education, like in the high school. He didn't say no. He goes, what do you teach? I go, 5th grade. He goes, why not? That little phrase is in my head all the time. Why not do that? And I go, what do you mean? He goes, why can't you teach it in 5th grade? He goes, what you don't understand is, he goes, you have teacher vision. He goes, you look at a cup that's half full, like, how can I teach math with the ounces? He goes, nobody else looks at it like that. He goes, so when you see technology or anything else, he goes, you're going to see it like a teacher. He goes, and as you grow, he goes, and every year, he goes, it becomes stronger, that vision. I never forgot that. So if right now you're like, I can't think of anything, that's okay. We're coming in with like 20 different things. It's a lot that we brought in today. It's okay. What I would tell you is what I tell every teacher, because we have maker spaces in our elementaries. If you were to teach at Blanche Charles, instantly you have access to a laser cutter, to 3D printers, to robots, to drones, to a Cricut, to Sublime. I can name like 20 things that are there. And this is what most teachers do. They walk in, they go, I have to learn everything in here. So they walk out and don't go back in. Wrong. Pick one thing you're interested in. It could be just the popsicle stick area where we have like Legos, and why not? Start there. Once you're happy with it, okay, you know, Michelle, I already have a 3D printer. How does that thing work? All you have to do, 20, I'll bet you 20, any teacher has to go, come on, look. Because they want you to see how impressive that thing is, how amazing it is. So don't worry if right now you're like, I don't think anything, that's okay. But you are gonna have to think right now in a second. Because I'm gonna go quickly through some items and I'm gonna put some prices back here. And I'm gonna give you a budget and I want you to tell me what you wanna buy for your classroom. And then tell me, what's your vision? Like, is there gonna be a theme? Is there something you wanna really focus on, like that you wanna sneak in that's not really a standard, like physics, engineering, coding, programming, design? Those are not standards. But if I told a parent, I'm gonna teach your kid how to design something, the first thing they're gonna think is money. I had a parent come in covered in mud. He had come from the fields. And he looked dead tired, I mean, dirty. And he even, of course, he apologized. Oh, so I'm like, you're working way harder than me. I'm like,
Showed
it's
up.
okay, yeah. And he asked me, he goes, what's gonna happen next year? This is when I taught in El Centro. I go, I don't know, because I was the only teacher doing this. In El Centro, in Calexico, we have tons of teachers now. And I go, I can stop. He goes, no, don't stop. He goes, I just want my son to continue seeing this. He goes, because there's money. He goes, I don't want him out there with me. So I'm gonna put some prices up there, but let me show you a few more things. So we talked about those microcontrollers. You can do those projects. Some of the other items that we're gonna talk about, hopefully I can show you some examples. We have laser cutting, which you have some examples on your desk. You have some wood that's been cut, engraved. Again, I can design something, I can embed math, tell me how you felt designing this, there's my writing, I can sneak it in. Drones. Just flying them is important. These can be programmed also, but the flying is actually more important than the programming. I learned that from a professional pilot at a conference. He goes, no, don't teach them coding first, teach them the flying first. How to handle it.
Yeah.
Robotics, there's robots that we build. There's robots like the Sphero that's right here. This one can be driven like a remote control car. You can code it. It can communicate with other robots and so on. It's pretty cool.
You show that right here to the screen.
Like the PDA robot.
Oh, yeah. I had these in my class when I was with you, yeah. So I had a bunch of those in my classroom, but now we have like full class sets here. And then you guys saw Bloxels. And so I just talked about the spheros. So these are a few of the items. Now back here, I'm gonna erase it. I'm gonna write down, we still have markers and.
Here you go. You got here.
Oh, I'll take that as. So I'm sure one of the questions in your head might be, so are there items that are more expensive? Yeah. That company has a printer that's 2,200, 2,200. It's amazing. But you don't need it for you. I wouldn't mind getting it. So I'm gonna put some prices up here. Your 3D printer. I'm gonna say it's on special, $400. Okay. And that's about the price you might be able to get it sometimes. Sphero.
Can you tell us what Sphero is again?
It's the robot. Can you hold it up here?
The robot?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
what
that's
Sphero.
150 for one, or a class set of 15 is, if I remember right, I think it comes out to. I think it's 2K, yeah, 2,000 for 15 of them. Which is perfect for a classroom of 33. You'll have some trios. Let's see, Bloxels is $250 for the 33 seats that you'll need. A laser cutter, a nice one. How much do you think a laser cutter costs? Let's do a guessing game one more time. Somebody over here, somebody over here.
400,
400?
800.
800? 900? One more guess from that table. 500. So the one that we recommend is 800. But the reason is, because Bodus is gonna go, man. It also has the blade, so it's a cricket at the same time. Yeah, see? Let's see what else they have up there. Block schools, robotics, drones. Those are a little pricey. Okay.
You're
One of-
giving the cost of how much it costs to build it.
Yes. Like one is 200, it's 4,000 for a set. A laser cutter is 800, Bloxel set is 250, the Sphero, the printers. Don't worry about the extra material, the wood, anything like that. Let's see, what else do I have up there?
Wood? Wood for what?
For the laser cutter,
Okay.
to cut out and carve. Let's see,
Who is?
sublimation. So I didn't talk too much about sublimation.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
So a sublimation set would be a printer, special ink, and you have a heated like t-shirt press. Yeah, I don't know if you saw these puzzles. We didn't buy these, we made these.
Show us close. Well, that is an actual puzzle.
Yeah. But I can take the same image that I printed out and press it onto a t-shirt. Or press it onto a mouse pad and so on. So a set, which is the printer and the press, is about $400. Let's see. Oh, airbrush, if you want to airbrush for your classroom to paint.
So the sublimation set is a machine?
It's I would say you need both. You have to have a printer and you put special ink, and then you need something
Oh,
heated to press it. And there's different ones, but about $400, $400 should cover it. For your airbrush, that's how, oh, this guy broke it. That's how you paint stuff, especially this one. If you look, it's white, but I painted it red, and I made sure to tape up the horns so they're protected, so they're nice and black. And then from far away, I sprayed it black. If you're not sure what an airbrush is, if you've ever been to the fair and you walk in and you see people spray, like basically spray painting like a shirt or a sweater or a hat, that's airbrushing. What else do we have? I remember. Oh, microbits. A set of 30 will be 600. So the bigger number, just remember it's your classroom set. If you're like, oh, I ended up with 33, okay, don't worry.
So does the microbit stay with the thing you built?
You can take it out, put it in, you can leave it permanently there if you want, or you can take it apart and then use it next year with another group. In the UK, when a student enters middle school, they're given one the first day, just like with their textbooks. This is actually was developed in the UK, but they're so inexpensive because it's a nonprofit. I'm sure they lose money on those ones. Airbrush, what else am I thinking of? I think we'll leave it right there.
And that's just the machinery stuff the stuff that does stuff, not the materials that's made out of.
You have $3,000 this month. So guess what? You're a new teacher. We did a lottery. You earned a $3,000 mini grant. Spend on whatever you want, but tell us why those things. Okay. So you can make yourself a little presentation. You can make some notes, but we're gonna go around and I'm gonna ask most of you to share what you did and what you decided. And I'm gonna give you about 10 minutes to do that. Sound about right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see how
But
many.
if you need more time, we can do that.
I don't know when his plugs in, he said.
You guys got 10 minutes, and then if you need more time, go ahead.
Jesús, I don't know how to plug, I don't know where this plugs.
Oh, it goes on there.
in.
Good, it should have full charge. And then let me get the lights for you guys. So what I want you to tell me is why did you choose those things? And what's the theme? What's the idea? Like, what's your goal with what you chose? Okay. The purpose. I'll tell you why my class looked like a matrix at the end.
What was the sublimation set again?
Sublimation is where you press a image onto something. And actually, there's what I do. So I'm going to show you. And
I'm spending my money.
The micro. It's like a code. So. So this is a legend on it. You click here. It's gonna take you to a form that teachers fill out to submit that they want me to go to their class, but it has like you can click 3D printing. Then you'll press the button.
So it will.
So right here, you can see some sample ideas of projects.
Of projects that you would do and come
Yeah.
and.
So for example, 3D printing. If you're like, I don't know where to start, you want to do a keychain? You design a building
And
landscape.
this is for me too, as a college teacher, or just.
This is what the school do, but this is what I like, you know, how you're like, what school we do? These are some examples.
Oh, those are your examples. Okay, what's that website?
No, this is our own document. But I can
You share
share
it with me?
Yeah, oh, definitely. I want you to see. Let's see, look. Standing here, look at this.
Is that a?
The little thing, the little. But so I can click around on it for a bit while I'll listen to the voice. You can see. There's these are all the things we have.
In the dispersonal filming.
I shoot videos. I can't cover it. That's why I'm like, maybe there's a spot for me here.
Yes.
I can talk about that later.
Yeah, like that.
So the way you would use it is like.
Yeah.
So with their iPad, they can be connected to that little robot. His lights are on. So there's a question, what is this? So right now I have it connected to the app on my phone. Right now I can just go ahead and just drive it. But if I want, I can program it like this. So I'm gonna have it go that way at full speed for 2 seconds.
I need to wrap out a table free.
I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it stop for a second so it doesn't like drift. And then I'm gonna have it. Do you want it to come back to me or do you want it to go left or right?
Go left to group number 2.
Go left. Okay. So guess what? It doesn't say left. If you look, it has, I have to learn my degrees. So which way is left? 270.
Yeah, I knew that. So 360 would be.
360 will come back to
Come back to you.
So there's start.
Oh.
And the kids will say, why do I ever have to learn how to throw? Because if I know exactly the path, if I have exact measurements, I can tell exactly how to go through a maze and not touch anything that's dangerous.
Oh.
And I tell them, that's what you have to do with coding, especially with drones. With drones, Sometimes they have to fly to areas where if they're not precise, that $5,000 drone.
Oh, you lost it.
Yeah, you've lost it. So. Okay, keep planning out. You got 4 more minutes. And then Ms. Bodus is gonna pick people or tables to stand up and just tell us, like, what'd you spend your money on? Do you have to spend all 3,000? No, but I would because let me tell you, if they give you 3,000 and you don't spend it all, they're gonna take it back and give it to somebody else. Might as well buy yourself something extra. If you have like $20 left or $40 left, that's for your materials. So, but if you have 200 left, pick something else.
1,950.
I don't know how much I got. So with the Bloxels, what are you buying?
So for that, so the Bloxels guys, for $250, the whole year you have access.
Oh.
And you can actually lend it to somebody, like, we have 700 seats for the district. And I can give you access for a month and then take your seats, so sorry, your kids don't have access, but then I can give them to you.
That's cool. Okay.
So let's say if you get it in October, November, you can use it the rest of the year and then start the year with your students using it and you don't have to spend the money yet. Also think about, are you interested in any of these things? Like, are you fascinated by it? Get it, because your kids will be in love with it just like you, because they're gonna be excited that you're excited about it.
Even if they fake it, they're like, yeah, whatever, yeah, when they get into it.
I would read so much.
I'm right up there. Okay, so what would I do? I'll get one. I get that. $20 a pop, so plus.
You don't have to buy a massive.
So what I would do is I would get laser cutters, like in the microbits, because I would use the library, you know, because it seems like that's something that.
Like, just buy the 2
Maybe you're. They're gonna. Everybody's gonna use them. Yeah.
I had a student one year.
I'm gonna pause it.
Question, if you can do it as a group, that's okay. If you did it as a group, I might ask some different questions, but if you did it by yourself, that's no problem, but we're gonna ask Ms. Bodus to go ahead and pick a. Do you wanna share first?
I'll try mine, yeah, okay, so I did it. I would want 3 3D printers. I would want 3. And I would get the Bloxels subscription and the laser cutter and microbits, enough to fill up the rest, and that came up to the full $3,000. You hadn't told me to spend it all, I wouldn't have. And I would want this because I would want to be able to have more than one printer going, you know, so that more access for the students. That's what it is for all of it. And then the laser cutter, because, you know, you were talking about the Cricut, right? So, and the stickers and being able to do that, because I think that would be a really fun way to engage students.
Can I tell you about the sticker maker?
We still have
There's so
time.
much, we'll do that at the end.
Okay,
I'll make a sticker on the spot for you.
cool. All right. So I'm gonna pick you from table 2. Yes. I'm always calling on you, yes. What was your budget? What did you guys come up with? What did you want to spend money on?
Did you guys work together or by yourselves?
No, but
Okay, so what was your budget?
I think I was like still like a few left, but right now that you said like you can have like more than one printer, I was like, oh, true. Yeah, so I added another printer. I have like 2 printers, a microbit, the Sphero, and an airbrush, I think.
You got the set of cereals?
Yeah. For the 3D printer, I mean, kind of how we were discussing with the math and everything, I was thinking more of like in the 6th grade class or like in higher classes. Like when they're learning about shapes and everything for math, like, I think it would be helpful, even like me right now taking the geometry class, I feel like it's really helpful to see the actual shapes, because it's like, oh, okay, like this is what the faces are and everything. So I think that would help like in that subject, and then, I'm not sure, I was still like kind of thinking.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
That's okay.
Pick somebody from another table,
Um,
from table 3, how's that?
Which was I don't know. Sorry, I don't know.
Go ahead.
Together. We have,
Oh, you guys worked as a team, all 4 of you? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, speak loud so the speaker can hear you.
we have 4 3D printers, 1 laser cutter, and 4 spheres. Because for my classroom is they help students learn by creating real projects. The students can use their imagination and make their ideas come to life. I think these tools make learning fun and creative. Also, which can help students stay interested and excited to learn.
Nice. So you guys mentioned 3D printing and math. You guys talked about spheres. There's a math project for you. Okay. I want you guys to design the best ramp that will launch the sphere the furthest. And tell me, how did you come up with it? And what can you tell me why this one didn't work as well as this one? What was the math behind it? And there you go. And you go, okay, go make it. And tell them you have 3 days to come up with the best one. Keep each one that you guys 3D print. And then tell them, okay, well, let's discuss why this worked and why that didn't. And the goal isn't gonna be really to get it the furthest. The goal is, how did you come up with it and explain it? I love what you guys came up with. Anybody from there, did you guys want to do something different that nobody else came up with? I should have put a lower price on the drones. I put it at 14 for the whole set, but
Yeah.
Anybody want something different? Anybody want a laser cutter and you guys decided not to? No? Okay. And you pick somebody else from another table?
Pick from table 4.
There you go.
That's table 4 right there.
Did you guys work together or by yourselves? Okay, you wanna pick a person? You.
I had done a 3D printer with block souls and a sphere. And I thought like we could use these for math because I feel like that's a subject that like a lot of students tend to like shut down for, or like if you're just being taught or lectured on, I see a lot of them like shut down, like in my observation hours that I'm doing or that I did. That's where I saw the most like disengagement, even though the teacher tried her best. I think a lot of them just don't like math. So specifically the blockers I really liked because a lot of them really like to do like games, and in my experience I feel like they just love to do things like that. So I thought that's a cool way of incorporating math with the ideas that were talked about. And like the figures, I thought for me, I saw the grid, I'm like, oh, you can give them like, oh, make a object or make a figure that's 5 by 7 or like things like that, and that could be like a way to incorporate that too.
Because they might hear their parents go to the store, oh, I need this piece of wood cut 5 by 7. They're like, what does that mean? 5 foot, that's something. Well, what if I need it smaller? So what unit of measurement should I use? And if they don't know it, they're not gonna be able to do some things at home that are, basic maintenance if they want to buy a home, or if they're in an apartment and they broke it themselves and they're like, oh, I'm gonna lose my deposit because I don't know how to fix this little thing. You can pick somebody at your table or from table 1.
James.
Awesome. I really liked your idea, so I switched mine up a little bit. I
Oh,
liked
why?
your idea.
Okay,
I
speak
really
loud so the,
It still kind of followed what I wanted to do. So I had Bloxels as my first one, 250. That serves a purpose of engaging in their math and engaging in their creative skills. So it sparks interest in wanting to build characters. To follow that, I got a set of microbits so that we could learn programming together. They could see how that works. It's also another way to spark creativity. Okay, what do you want to do? Okay, you want to program something? How are we going to do it? Now you have the accessibility to do it. Then I'd buy 3 3D printers, and that's kind of where it kind of followed with you. But instead of just having the 3D printers to print anything, I'd have them create a character design in Bloxels and transfer it in onto their 3D printer.
put those together, good idea.
So when they create their design, they can create it they could create it in person. And then because we have the microbits, why not go out and buy motors with the extra money that we have and
Put
make
on
their
the
characters run? So we can make.
And
the characters have
Bloxels
to run.
and Tinkercad, I mean, in Tinkercad, I can get a lot of, square shapes, and in block tools, I'm drawing in pixel art. So it's very similar. That's a very good idea. Nice. What grade are you gonna teach or subject?
In multi-subject, any grade in elementary.
Fifth was my favorite.
So I did have a fifth grade teacher that was in Witter, IRD Witter, in Raleigh. And they did kind of exactly the same thing that you did. It was robotics, and that would have
Who was the
been
teacher, do you know?
it would have been 10 years ago. I don't remember.
Who was your teacher back then?
My teacher was.
Was it a gate? Do you know if it was a special class?
Well, I was in Gate 2, but that teacher that did teach at my school wasn't the Gate teacher. But I did do robotics in Gate 2.
I was at Witter.
Yeah.
Oh, you were?
I was at Witter and at Oakley. They moved me from Witter to
Did you teach
Oakley.
fifth grade?
I taught fifth grade at Witter, and then I taught it again at Oakley, and I took over for the gate teacher at Oakley.
So you might have taught.
But it probably wasn't your teacher.
I wasn't in your class. I was younger.
You'd
Yeah.
remember.
Maybe you saw me around there at Witter.
And you guys had little robots with like wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Good.
Okay,
So
pick.
I remember a lot from that.
Awesome. Pick anybody you want. And I think after that,
Oh, can I pass?
we'll move forward and we might come back to this.
Table 5, all the way in the corner.
Oh, but you guys worked as a team, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, the whole table.
Oh, I have the list here, yes. Okay. We got a sublimation.
Okay. Nice.
I was thinking for like whatever the lesson we're teaching, like we can make an activity out of it when we're done with the learning. I only got one 3D printer because I didn't think about that it would take time to print something.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the block cell, I also like it for math. And then the laser cutters,
Make a video art project. For example, I have a music box that was made with a laser.
Oh, you had a
Oh,
music box that
nice.
stayed,
Yeah.
so that would also be motor too, right?
Yeah, and it moves and then it's a solar system that moves with the music. And I thought, maybe I can make a group of students to make something like that. Amazing.
That would be
Elizabeth,
great.
did you want to say something? Yes.
Yes, I also have a wooden 3D puzzle that I feel could easily be made with the laser cutter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it does also have like a little motor in it to like make a piece like spin around with lights.
That's awesome. Thanks.
and then we got the micro bits. Just there's a lot of things you can do with that. And then we got, I think, three, because that was our budget that was left, and we're like, we need to use it. Like Spiros?
Oh, the Spheros, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can say, for some reason, you're like, you know what? Somebody left my school site and they just gave me 4, so take it. Make it a little station. Say, oh, you finished your work? I'll go ahead and use the Sphero. Guess what? When you start using it, somebody like your principal will go, hey, you guys are using, do you need more? Or how can we get you more? What can we do? Sometimes there's money and they're like, we don't even know how to spend it because it's for technology only. Nobody does technology here. Be that teacher. So what I wanted to show you guys was, we're gonna do that in a second. Let me share my screen first. Where is Zoom on here? Here it is. I'm not gonna turn on the audio on these just because it'll start to echo. Okay, so these are some student projects that they've done. For example, here, this is a website that we saw where they can take a photo of a drawing and it'll animate.
No.
This one, they're flying a drone. This is in high school. They were using other drones, but I took a special one we have in our office. You actually wear VR glasses to fly it. So was there a project to it? Well, yeah, with drones, but not that drone specifically, but it blew their minds to be able to do it. And you fly it like a fighter pilot. Like you just have that stick and you go like this and it pitches and it yaws and everything. And that's the little drone right there. This is the one that you see on the table. So I 3D printed it. I have my little paint set up. I airbrushed it. It falls right here. And then I hit it with a little bit of black at the end to give it like a shadow look, like that. We had, last Friday, we had 10 brand new teachers receiving 3D printers. I say brand new, but some have been teaching for a long time. So we did a cohort of 10 teachers, a little academy, but we brought back teachers that already have theirs, just in case they were missing anything that they hadn't learned before. And I built those for them, very easy to build. In like 15 minutes, you have it built and running. Not very complicated. And they are already running it. They're having discussions. So I didn't bring this one and we didn't talk about it too much, but virtual reality, we have actually a set of 40 of them that I take with me and I'll leave them with teachers behind. And so right here, they had to draw. So they have to design either their dream school, a invention that matters to them that would change the world. Like what's something that's a problem that you wish they could invent something for it? Or like a fashion line. 3 items from that fashion line. And they have to write about it. But I tell them, you can draw first and then write. But VR is always after the drawing. So if you want to draw and then do it in VR, go ahead and then write about it. I give them the option because I want them to know that's how I would do it sometimes. Sometimes I do the design, then I do the writing for them. So why wouldn't I let them? And they did a little jungle house. This one's very special. Let me find this video real quick. Hold on. Because I know it's not on this computer, so I can send it real quick. So a student in that class, very shy, very quiet. She drew this, but it was so well done that, hold on.
And what grade is this?
She is a 6th grader.
So a 6th grader did this.
Where is it where I gave it to? Find it quickly because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. Okay, I found it. I'm gonna airdrop it to myself. So I'll show you this one first before I play this next one. So she wanted to do the fashion line one. So she designed that hat using the program that I showed you guys. I turned it into a 3D model and printed it for her. This was just because I was like, man, I'm so impressed because she did like different angles and this and that. Well, I printed it. That glows in the dark, by the way. There's plastic that glows in the dark. But there's a special one that you can print like shoes. It's flexible. Watch, I'm going to squeeze it right here. And no, you don't need to know that right away. That's more advanced. But what I want you to see, and I didn't share this online, I try to avoid sharing their faces, even though we have the waivers.
So do I need to stop?
No, that's fine. That's fine. So that's me. I want you to see her face right now when she receives it. She didn't know about it. Look, that's what you want.
The happy. Look at that.
That.
Because it's her idea made.
She didn't know that I could do that. She thought later I talked to her, I go, do you know what I meant by I took a picture? She goes, well, didn't you like follow it? I go, no, I go, look, and I showed her what I did. And she's like, how do I get that program? So she kept asking questions after this. And this is a student that would never talk to me. She's super shy. She's not used to being center of attention. Watch, somebody's like, they're already like asking her questions up to the side. Watch. She will start laughing right now because they're like, what is that? You can tell she's like, I'm not comfortable with the light on. But when she put on the headset, her drawing was one of the best virtual reality drawings I'd ever saw. I guess she's super shy. This one, it's a different class. And I didn't know what I was looking at first so you can grab the remotes and make the object bigger or smaller. I had to go back and ask her, what is this thing that you drew? She goes, it's a house, go inside it. She goes, you can see the planet from the window.
Oh, look at that.
That's genius level stuff right there. These are some of their drawings that they did. in virtual reality. Some are okay, some of the kids had a hard time with some of the controls, but some of it is incredible.
So they're doing this in virtual reality, right?
So if you've never drawn in virtual reality, you don't just go here, like if I'm drawing a happy face, I can walk around it, I can grab it, move it over here, I can make it bigger or smaller. Some of them, it's their first time ever using this. Depending on where you end up teaching, that population might not have access to things, others might. She put that she doesn't like to share her chicken nuggets with her sister, so she wanted to draw it on the side from everything else that she was drawing. So she drew a box of nuggets.
For you.
He spelled nuggets correctly.
That's very funny.
Oh, this is incredible. It's a flower. But I have to be at the right spot. There it is. That's the one I want to see. I feel like I'm swimming when I do that.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's very pretty.
This is called Scratch. It's free. And these are first graders learning the basics of coding. There's no reading needed, just pictures. They're animating their little cat. You can add their own. This kid had like a story, because on the right side were the little pictures, gymnastics behind it. He had it where the character would leave into another one, and he knew how to make it switch to another background. So he was leaving his house, going to basketball practice. This is a game that teaches higher level thinking for coding, but the kids think it's a game. How does it look when kids draw? It's so quiet in here. I kid you not. The quietest group of kids you can see. So your video game ideas, like if you got, the thing is, if you, now, I'm not saying don't teach in Central or Raleigh anywhere, but if you teach here, you have access to a lot of stuff where you can do this whole project at your school site if you wanted to. This is our video game project for the summer though. So they had to create this, the kids create their own like cardboard controllers. Those little characters that you're seeing, the Spider-Man, they're these little bees that if you iron them, if you guys seen perler bees, okay, cool. So those look just like the pixel art they're doing. They did sublimation, the kids learned how to sublimate. They made puzzles, t-shirts, wood engravings, and I mean, it all started with their video game. And we told them, you're gonna make a video game first. Oh, you know, you need a good story for a good game. They didn't think about it. Like, oh, okay, let me write a good story. And to showcase it in the summer, we brought parents and like superintendent, a bunch of people, and the kids went crazy. And these super shy, quiet kids were no longer shy. Oh, and that's you guys. Okay. Questions? Is there anything that you're like, I answer more questions about something? Is there anything that you didn't see? Right now, I'm gonna take a picture of somebody and make a sticker out of them, but let me give you guys a chance to answer questions, ask questions. About anything related. If there's a piece of tech that I didn't talk about, I probably used it.
So
in my class.
I'm gonna share a trick that I do.
Okay.
Okay. So you know this trick, right? Where I say, okay, Karina, what's a question you might have? About any of this. Like, what are you curious about? You're next.
I don't know, I really like that virtual reality because I feel like it gives them an opportunity like to be creative, and like I personally never use virtual reality, so I think that's something that like I would have, like for me, I would think like I have to learn how to use first and then like teaching my students. But like I like that idea.
So
I like that idea of incorporating that into a lesson or into like somewhere.
So what are you curious about?
Well, like how me like me not knowing how to use virtual reality, how I can incorporate that into like a future lesson.
How could you start?
So in my district, we have this document that I designed. So every teacher received this. So if you go down to virtual reality, you click on it, it opens this, and this is how you reach out to me one way. So draw my character in VR. We have another, these are terrible, don't buy those. Class VR, sorry. We had one because we didn't have enough VRs back then. Whatever you're seeing, your partner has to draw, but you have to use very descriptive language. We still do it, but not with those headsets, they're terrible. Sculptor, guess what? I can sculpt it in virtual reality and then 3D print it.
Now,
So,
and to be clear, this document is just for Calexico teachers, right? Just so you know, you can't.
yeah. So like a historical figure, okay. Sculpt that person as close as you can, or sculpt something that is related to, the apple, for one of the presidents. Abraham Lincoln, what could we put for him, Or what's a famous person? What's some object you could sculpt that represents that person? So now they have to think about symbolism. I can talk about symbolism that really matters and why that word exists. They can sculpt it and print it. We can just go in there and just have them do a short story and sculpt something. Or gadgeteer. Who has ever seen a Rube Goldberg machine? Do you guys know what a Rube Goldberg machine is?
No.
Have you heard of that?
Heard of it. Yeah.
So this is a Rube Goldberg machine.
Oh,
Physics.
those are so cool. Yes, how fun would that be to teach physics? I'm like totally geeked about it already. And you can build it?
Check this out. This is called Gadgeteer. I can use this to make my own Rube Goldberg machine in virtual reality.
Oh, okay.
The kids learn what works, what doesn't. And I tell them, all right, I want you to design it here, then design it in the real world. And they would. I go at least a couple concepts from your design here. I want you to recreate it in your real life one. And guess how it teaches them how things work? Puzzle solving. So it's a game at first, but then it has like a sandbox where I can just design whatever I want.
Okay, so I'm gonna move to another question.
Yeah.
All right, what's a question you might have? What? I gave you, oh, wait, we got somebody over here to
So,
save your bacon.
Something that we had actually mentioned together is that we were wondering if this can be taken outside of the classroom and be turned into almost like a business fundraiser for the school.
Yes.
So
Good question.
we were talking about selling for a good cause, maybe selling for trips, maybe educational trips. So using these what's it called?
Like the 3D printer.
Yeah, to turn it into somewhat of a business at the school.
So when I came to Calexico, I was at Kennedy Gardens for about 3 years. He still works here, but my last partner, we started working it was like the 2 or 3 years right after COVID. We met him, and he's amazing. He could be another coach. And guess how it started? He goes, hey dude, he goes, you have a 3D printer? I go, yeah, why? The kids keep talking to mine, like, can you help me? Like, could you print some stuff for me? I go, do you want one? Because I had 33 in my class. So the reason that started, and I'll tell you right now how that started, but I gave him one of my personal ones. It was like $150, but they were very, very hard to use. That's like a dream right now. And it's only gonna get faster and easier, by the way. So I gave it to him, and that's how we started. And so, I just lost my train. What was your question again? I'm sorry.
It was if we could turn it into.
Okay, so now what he does is for every month almost, when there's some kind of dance or Halloween, he does Halloween grams. Do you want a little, you want me to put their name on it? So it's $3, $5. He has a template. He just goes in there and types your name. Okay, send it to Brent. Oh, you want multicolor? It's $7. And he knows a little trick where if you look at some of the stuff, it's just the very top layer has color, and that's the same material and time. And the kids order, and he'll tell, oh, buy it all white. I'll print all white, and you can paint it yourself. Oh, okay, I'll take it all white. So you can definitely do that. But I have one guy that he also could be one of the coaches. He'll sublimate stuff and sell it, or they'll raffle stuff.
So there's so many things you can do.
Yeah, we do community outreach events, like tomorrow we have astronomy night at Blanche Charles. And we give away a bunch of this stuff, but on the spot, we're making them. And so he runs our sublimation station, so we do a raffle, we go take a picture of you and your family and come back in 20 minutes and we have a puzzle or a shirt ready for you. And we tell them the kids are learning this. So you know why? Because we want parents to go tell the school board, we want more money for this, we want this more. Give teachers more freedoms to teach like this, you know, not just from the book, so.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So they're all really good tools, but does it ever become a distraction in the class?
No. Because once that's run, you just walk away. If they're like just watching it, eventually they're gonna get tired of watching it. You might get them where they're like just looking at it all the time. But if you get it, if you notice, I keep talking about projects and projects. Right now, I'm gonna show you the document that I give to teachers when they do that video game project. Because now that summer one, we have teachers that do it over like a month and a half, 2 months. Here's the thing, your project is gonna be part of your day, not the whole day. But I always had multiple projects running, but that's once I got comfortable teaching in that method and I could prove to whoever challenged or asked me, hey, are you really teaching? Yeah, here, let me show you. Oh, okay, and then they would leave me. And that wasn't that often. But can it be a distraction? Yeah, but if I'm just letting them play with it. But if I show them a purpose for it, they're learning. That's a good question.
A sticker?
Yeah, let's do that right now.
Okay. We're coming up on
Oh, yeah, we got about,
closing time.
okay. So volunteer time, I'm gonna change you with AI, by the way. Who would like to volunteer? Come on up. Okay. Zoom in a little bit. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is. We send that to my computer and I'll even show you guys what I'm gonna do, okay? Could you, James, could you get the lights from? So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna get rid of the background because I don't want it for this. To do a screenshot of it. Because that's how.
It's Mac, right?
It's a Mac, yes. Don't worry.
The bane of my existence, yeah. I love them and know them.
So I'm gonna remove the background. And I'm gonna save it. And then I'm gonna use this program that creates images.
What is it called?
Midjourney.
Midjourney, okay, AI.
So I'm gonna upload this image in here. And I want to make an image and reimagine this person as Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, okay?
Yeah.
Or do you have a different superhero?
It's awesome. Yeah.
And it might not let me, so here's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
I'm gonna
because
do this
it's
again. Yeah, that's okay.
Copyright, yeah.
Reimagine this person as a Amazon warrior from a comic book. Now, it did this, kind of. I don't want any of this. I have to kind of outsmart the AI by asking it in a certain way, using like, hey, do you know this superhero that dresses like a bat? Can you give me a picture of him? It'll give me Batman.
Yeah.
But if I put the specific word, it won't. Okay. Try it differently then. Let's say, make this person a superhero. There we go. Let's do that. I don't know why it has you with them in the background. But I have no idea what it's gonna do.
And this is just going into Midjourney. Is this free?
No, $10 a month.
Okay. Midjourney, it's AI for creating images. And it's kind of like, you know, ChatGPT, you pay something, a subscription.
Yeah,
Midjourney, you subscribe as well and you can play with it.
I don't like any of these. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a trick.
But she's like, wait, I'm okay with those. Oh, it gives you prompts.
Library, that's what I wanted. So instead, what I'll do is this.
Oh, art styles.
So I'm gonna ask you to pick one of these art styles. When you see it, tell me when to stop.
The girl that's sitting right there.
This one?
Oh, that last one.
This one.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna copy.
I was
That's the
sitting kind of
prompt.
like her too.
I'm gonna pick your image and let's see what it does. And the cool thing is, look, since I have it here, even though I'm doing it here, I'm seeing it happen on my iPad because I'm logged into this. So I don't have to send the picture back. I'm gonna grab it.
Here we go. Look at this. This is great.
Hey, which one do you want of the four?
Pick one.
We have to pick one just for time's sake.
Pick one. Pick one. The second one?
Okay. So I'm gonna turn this on. This is our sticker maker.
And you're just sending it to a sticker, like a printer, right?
The second one is the one you wanted, right?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. You're downloading it?
Yeah. So I'm downloading it on my iPad right now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect to that via Bluetooth. And then I use an app, but on the computer it doesn't work as well as my iPad, so I can't really show it. But you can see it.
I see it. Yeah, I see how. Okay, that's good to know. So the app is connected to that sticker printer and it's LIENE, right?
Yeah, and I can, if anything, I can also make sure I send you like a link, like some links. Now, do you want it to be square or just you?
Square.
Like a square, or do you want me to remove the background so it's like cut out like some of the stickers that you see on the table?
Yeah, laser cut or square.
I'll laser cut.
Okay, so I would remove the background and see how it looks. Okay, it does it. And then right now you're gonna hear the sticker printer running. And literally it takes like a minute. And I'll make one big one for you. If it's, or you can make a bunch of little ones. It's taking some time.
Then turn your video on and take it over there to the sticker printer.
Oh, yeah.
Because your video's on.
Yes. We've had it. Yeah, we're keeping it. Let me just do it.
En la voz.
I'm gonna have to go. I have work right now, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
See you guys next week.
Removing the background for some reason. That's okay. I'm gonna just.
Gonna do the sticker, yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as we print it, I will set you free.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and send it now. And to get you even closer to the door, you guys come over here so you guys can see it running. Yeah.
Does it slide? If you choose to make small ones, will it cut out the small ones for you?
And actually, I have a sticker sheet over here. I'll grab it.
Right here too, right?
Yeah. Those are the sheets, but I have one that has them all set up.
It prints to put us through.
Yes, I will. I'm just trying to get this. I'm just trying to get to your Zoom. So that I can put the video on and show the sticker.
You could click on the screen on the top of the picture. That's where it's at.
So this is how it looks. You can see the little.
So it'll do it by itself.
Oh, yeah. So what this one does is up front. Oh, let me grab.
Yeah, good. Turn on the cam because I don't know how to do it. There it is, thank you.
So let me go ahead and show everybody else. So you actually, and you could even tell the kids, oh, look, it's printing in the colors, the yellow, the red, which basically is the, what is it, YMCK? And at the end, it even laminates it. So like right now it's done. And then right now it's gonna run it through and laminate it, and then it's gonna cut. So that way it just peels off. It doesn't cut through the paper. What it does is it just cuts enough so you can peel it off like a sticker. So. Sometimes I take longer finding the image I want and setting it up than the actual print. But right now, look, you're gonna hear it cutting.
One thing it's just gonna print
Yeah.
immediately.
It's gonna go back and forth, and then it'll just shoot it out when it's done.
So could you guys, here.
This is $220.
Someone over here, so the camera.
And I think it's like $40 for about 80 sheets.
Good. So good.
So you can make, I've gotten, I mean, you can make really small stickers. But I mean, I usually get about 8 to fit on a sheet that are decent size, like the ones that you see right there. So what's 8 times 70? So I can get like 600 stickers on there. For $40, ain't bad. And
Show the sticker here, I'll.
oh yeah, you can do fundraising. And so just so you guys can see, look,
Oh, it's dry.
it laminates it at the end. Here you go. There's your own
Wait,
sticker.
show it to the screen, show it to the
Here you go, guys.
awesomeness. All right.
Any last minute questions?
Yes, well, actually, Mrs. Bodus has a reflection.
Oh, yes.
Take a picture of it, you need to answer that and answer it. Because I'm gonna say, I know it's time to go, but I want you to answer it.
At what
Nope.
time is it gonna close?
You did, you're ahead of it. Edlin gets the prize for today. Oh, Jose does, oh, look at this, table 3 is on top of it, okay. Take a picture.
By the way, guys, okay,
Bring it next.
any stickers or bookmarks that you saw, you guys can take stuff. Go ahead. If it's a bigger item, just let me know and I'll probably say yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a big space, yeah, you can take that.
What about this one?
That one? It's 'cause I already-
I know, that's already clean.
Well, you know, you're my student, llévatela.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can have it, yeah, you can.
I'm gonna turn.
It's your member.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I take
You can
this?
pay it if you want.
I know.
You can have it, whatever. You're awesome job, thank you.